What's up, folks, man? It's Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. This is Moose, a.k.a. Big House, man. And I'm not sure why we're doing that. Hey, man, I tell you what, the name of this episode is called Trump Loves the Kids,
Loves the kids, man.
And for sure, we're going to get into talking about immigration reform. And I forgot, we got to talk about these scooters.
Man, everybody on these scooters, man.
Yeah.
15 cents a minute.
Talk about it.
I feel like
Hey, I tell you what, man, I'm here, and I am not freshly showered. As a matter of fact, I just came from a dealership where they gave me a rental car that I had to put on. I couldn't get into
Right,
it.
like on the Flintstones.
Yeah, right. So I felt like I was getting an MRI in there.
Right.
You know, riding like Dino. So anyway,
it's
man,
nice. It's a nice car. Don't get me wrong.
It's a beautiful car. It's fancy. It's 2018 even. But I think the government's watching me. They're like, oh, yeah,
it's
you
called
got
Tracks for a reason.
It's called Tracks for a reason, man. Thank you. Hey, I tell you what, man.
I need the water and get a chance. Yeah.
Oh, you gonna make it go up and down the steps all
No,
night?
I'm just messing with it.
Sea Biscuits in here, man, serving everybody, lighting up cigars.
Whoa, easy, man. Me too. She ain't serving everybody.
She's a waitress, though.
She's a waitress that's supplying drinks for everyone.
Is that we gotta talk now?
Yeah, we're not gonna be on the Me Too movement.
We gotta talk like that now.
I'm not
She's supplying drinks for us.
You said she was out here serving everybody. I'm like, ooh, yeah.
Where they do that at?
Where they do that at?
Oh gosh,
That's
I tell you what,
next
man. Hey, that voice,
here.
hey, that voice you hear, man. He's the star of the show, the one, the only, LGZ Mbaku.
Man. Wakanda
You doing
forever,
all right?
man.
Wakanda forever, man. You okay?
Yes, man. Life's good, man.
All right, good, man. Cubs.
good.
You know what? I went to a game. See my hat?
You the reason the Cubs lost.
And the Cubs lost, man. Yes.
The Cubs losing, man.
Matter of fact, the Cubs lost 2 in a row, and they lost
we dropped 7 straight.
Ooh.
We was in first place. Now we 2 back of the Brewers, man.
Well, that's how you go. That's how it happens.
That's how it happens,
sometimes.
man. You know what, though? At least we got a baseball team.
So Jeezy's here, man. He's got the gray beard going. He's smoking the stick. He's a happy man.
The great beard
He's
is
happy. He's a happy
great
man.
beard is. I don't know what Book's secret is because he's
Hair Club for Men or whatever. What's the name of it? No, not Hair Club.
Just
What's
for
that?
Men.
Just for Men. He's with Clyde now.
Oh, you do that for real? You just for
No, I'm just messing with him, man.
I don't know, man. He quiet.
He got a little
Say
gray.
anything.
He got a little gray on the bottom
A
part
little
there. I
bit.
see. Look, he had to get it right. You know what I mean? He had to get it right. You know. Hey, man, so speaking of that, man, Books is here, man.
Books is in the building.
DJ Longgreen. What's going on,
I keep
man?
on calling him DJ D-Lo G, though. I don't know why.
Well, because we call him D-Lo G.
I know, right?
But it's Longgreen.
Hey,
What's
man,
going
how they
on?
want to pay me, man? Hey, man, everything is good, man. I think this is the first time I've been here for the start of the show since August, man. So
Man, you was in school.
Welcome back.
I am glad to be back.
Welcome
You was
back.
on IR, man. Now you back,
Welcome
man.
back.
No
Welcome
IR,
back.
man.
Welcome
Can't get paid on the
back.
IR here.
You got a new knee, man. You back.
You got a new knee. You got a new me.
Yeah, you got a new knee.
New year,
too.
new me. Yeah.
I know. Isn't that funny? Hey, so I tell you what, man. We got the lady at the show, man. She's in the house tonight, and she has on a LuLaRoe.
It's not LuLaRoe.
She's
today.
wearing Subway. What? You're not wearing Subway?
Runs on the clock.
Yeah, she's here. Folks, give it up for
Really
the
hard.
one and only Run
DMC.
Hi guys, happy
TMP.
Tuesday.
What?
I'm gonna kick you. Today's gonna be the day I can
Hey,
feel it
so
in my bones.
do we have Run That News coming on
Yeah.
today?
I don't know, but shit, man. You know how it is the day before you go on vacation, how you just act?
I'm not leaving for a week.
I'm suspecting for Run. This is a show before your vacation. So I think Run
going-
gonna mail
she
it
going
in.
on?
She gonna mail it in.
She's gonna be like, guess what,
guess
guys?
what, guys? On Run That News, man. Let's talk about these.
I'm grabbing balls.
Right.
I'm a
Let's talk
Trump
about these
supporter.
sewer caps.
There
Yeah,
you
I got
go.
a story on sewer caps
I think that's what's happening.
and like flowers.
For sure.
Yep. That's
Hey man, I tell you what,
exactly what's on the docket.
in the house, man, Fancy Nancy's down there too. You probably can't hear her today, but she's in the house with us as well. And A-Dub.
Hey,
A-Dub's
welcome
in the
back.
house. I just kind of came up with
I thought A-Dub, she was
Is
on
that
the show
what it
before.
was? A-Dub, yeah, that's right. A-Dub's
I don't know. We had some people come through, so he's
That's
just,
right. That's
he was-
right.
As far as I know, he was on the show before.
And I tell you what,
Is that because all white people look the same to you?
I mean, they really do.
We have so many people.
And that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. Hey guys, you guys ready for the show?
Yeah.
You guys ready for
Yeah,
the
let's
show?
do
Yes,
this.
All right, so look, man, we're gonna talk about Permit Patty. man.
Permit Patty. Dog, the
Hey man,
internet,
don't be selling water nowhere, dog.
the internet is undefeated, man.
No, but here's my favorite thing. Have you seen the brothers going up to the Pilgrim kids selling lemonade? Like, where's your permit?
Yeah, dog, you know what's coming, man.
It's out there. I've seen it. Hey, so we got Permit Patty. We also got
who's on CNN crying, talking about
she was
you know,
giving
getting
up
death threats and bomb.
yeah.
I'm getting bomb threats. Like, first of all, black folks ain't got no bombs.
We ain't got no bomb.
We ain't bombing nothing. We don't know how
Well,
to
you
make
know,
a
we
bomb.
might have, it's almost 4th of July, so we might have some M80s.
Nah.
Just
If you ever
a
seen a black person blow, even over when they got bombed, we don't even we just shoot.
No, we
riflemen, for sure.
We're not doing it.
Someone will start a GoFundMe page for Permit Patty to supplement the income that she lost from losing a distributor of her marijuana.
And she was a weed.
business.
She's a medical marijuana person.
Beat this, man.
Yes.
Let's support about it,
Pets.
though. Permit Patty. What did
I'm
Permit?
sorry, what'd you
Did you
say?
say for pets?
Yeah, she had medical marijuana treats and supplies for your dogs and cats.
Yeah, man,
At least for your dogs, maybe not your cats, but definitely
Let
for
me
your
tell you.
dogs.
Let me tell you something, man. Only in America can a pilgrim make a gig out of giving weed to cats, man.
Hey, man, you know
and it's
this-
perfectly legal. Like, you do realize up until like 2 years ago, 4 years ago, weed was illegal and we was on the news for like, you know, it was us. Now all of a sudden it's legal.
Yeah, 10 grams you locked up.
Blowing
You
clouds
locked
in
up.
the pet's face.
Now, right, I'm puffing and blowing it into the pet's face, and I'm okay with it. I'm making mints off of it.
Remember that you make a
But
video,
if
oh my
somebody
God, I'm
sees
calling
you-
Peter, you blowing weed in the dog's face.
Yes.
Ain't nobody doing that.
Now all of a sudden you give the dog the weed and it's cool.
Give the dog a weed.
First of all, who got enough money to buy weed for your dog?
It used to be time when you gave a dog a bone.
Come
And
on,
now
man.
you don't do that. You give a dog a weed.
Give him some weed.
Hey, Ron, you a dog
Works for
person.
I am a dog person.
So you gonna get your dogs high, essentially?
I mean, not unless they didn't necessarily need it. That's mine today.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Look at you.
The only thing, I'll put it like this, man. The only thing close to weed my dog will ever get is grass.
I mean,
Outside.
my dogs have a grain-free diet, and they take Benadryl for their allergies, and they're very needy, but
Is-
they do not
Well,
ingest marijuana.
real question.
in any
Here's the key.
form.
Here's a key question. What's your dog's name?
Felix and Dallas.
Well, that sounds soft anyway.
So first of
That
all,
don't sound
you
they
get your
can-
dog
And the
human
pit bulls or
names.
something, right?
No, they are pit bulls. They were already named when I adopted them.
See, that's the problem, man. Like our dog's
So-
name was always like King,
Roscoe.
or some animal name.
Chain to some outside, like chain to the exhaust manifold
I
on
don't,
some
Outside.
I don't feel like Felix is a human
Yeah.
name.
I know a lot of
sure.
Felixes.
You know a lot of Felixes.
They're all
That's
Hispanic, too.
interesting.
Hey, I tell
Well,
you
my
what,
Felix is
before-
white,
And
so-
listen, hold on. Before we get into that, man, we also
Watch
got-
out, Trump might put him on the board.
Speaking of Trump, we also have to talk about immigration, man, and all these places that they are sending these children, man. It's crazy. It's
Oh, do you
absolutely
mean where the
crazy.
black people want to live?
Well, you know what?
That's
And
crazy,
I
too.
can't wait till you get into that. I can't wait till you get into that because that's nuts. And then, guys, the NBA draft just happened, and free agency is upon us. Matter of fact, it's is it tomorrow?
July
I think it
1st.
starts? Is it July 1st? What is it?
Yes, we got another week. We'll run leagues.
And so,
Starts.
it's
When
I
we
like
send
that.
another free agency starts to run
Free
leagues.
agency.
Frame of time.
is she
Agency
going
starts
to
to run
she
league.
going to a different
Tell you,
podcast?
man, I don't know, man. Run, you might.
Are you trading her?
We got to redo your contract. I don't know.
Are you trading her
Depends
to
on the
another
show, man.
podcast?
Every show is like the Super Bowl for us, man.
That's
What is?
hilarious.
Run, she eating on the show.
Jeezy's just mad because I beat him in fantasy football. He's still mad about
That's
it.
hilarious.
Hey.
man. Are you guys ready to start
Yes.
this out?
I
All
thought we
right,
already
so
started.
hey, here's the cool thing is that
See what I'm saying?
is that D-Lo's back. So
Yes.
D-Lo man has some DJ music news, man.
That's what I'm-
we're gonna talk about Dame Dash and his issue with this cat. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo's got that. And man, so are you ready to start? I gotta start with this. Folks, if Moose, you typically won't see me in a swimming pool or a lake, right?
You'll see Jeezy though, for
All
sure.
right, but listen, here's what happens. If I'm drowning, don't film me.
Help
Throw me a life preserver
me. No,
or
help
something.
me. Help me.
Please come get me, right?
Right.
Call 911 and still help me.
Look at that in-bomb in the water.
You
You
feel
shouldn't
me?
have got in there.
You feel me?
Right.
All right, guys. So
I always knew you guys couldn't swim.
there was a situation.
She on
There was
vacation.
she said, "You guys, yeah, she right.
You people.
You people,
I didn't say you people.
Y'all.
Vacation run.
Vacation runs in the house, man. All right, so listen.
Here we go.
There's a situation where some teenagers watched a guy drown, filmed it, and did not help him.
Yeah.
Then they brought charges up, and then they were found not guilty. How do you guys feel
It's
about
episode
that?
of Black Mirror, man.
How you feel about that?
I mean, there were no emergency laws on the books where you have to help somebody. It's not like a Good Samaritan law. I'm a little disappointed only because, I mean, they ridiculed the guy while he was in the water drowning, which doesn't help the situation. You had a phone in your hand, probably had multiple phones. Someone could have called the EMTs, got that guy some help as quickly as possible. The end result may have still been the same. However, I think we have a human responsibility to help in a situation like that.
It's the society.
It's where we are. Remember, the episode of Black Mirror was exactly about.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's a show on Netflix. It's an episode, season 1, I think like episode 3, where this girl needed help, and when nobody helped because everybody was too busy filming.
That's crazy.
That's where we at right now, man. Everybody want to be the first one to put it on World Star.
Well, that's silly, and I can tell you right now, like I'm with my youngest seed a lot. He plays sports, so I'm filming it. But the film is never good. You know why it's not good?
Because you shake
Because
it.
I'm filming him, but I'm watching in real life. So I got it on him, and I see where it's at, and I'm filming because he likes to watch what he's doing. But I'm watching in real life, so I get excited, and I'm all over the
Get a
place.
tripod.
And people, I'm not messing with. I don't want to carry on. I got that.
Get a
I don't wanna
tripod,
mess
sit
that.
it down, put your phone on tripod, hit record,
And let it go.
and just enjoy the game, man.
There it is.
I don't understand how you can be at a concert or
And
an
I have it,
event
too. I have
and watch the dunk contest through your phone.
I
Like,
have it.
I'm here.
I'm mad.
I'm here.
know
I
what?
watch everything live.
You guys have inspired me to get my GoPro out. And Fancy, I got like a thing for my GoPro. What's the name
I
of
don't
it?
record nothing no
It's
more.
the 3-way, right?
Yes, the GoPro 3-way.
GoPro 3-way. So I'm going to use my 3-way.
It's a lot.
Guys, you're gonna
Is
wait
that
until
weird?
I was gone next week.
It's
Is
like
that weird?
Menage
It's
Pro.
a lot of Indian
Or
windows.
thought it was 3-way.
The GoPro 3-way.
The GoPro with a 3-way.
Yeah,
That's how you go pro.
I have one. Anyway, I have one. All right,
Things are
so
getting weird and it's
all right,
really
so
still.
what should we do, guys? Is there any way to change the fact
Man.
that people want to film it instead of help?
The society is going that way, and it's only gonna get worse, man.
So, are you serious?
Yeah, but think about right now. There's people getting their ass whooping, people filming it. Nobody's
So,
helping.
what was the charge? Reckless homicide?
it
that they
was
didn't
nothing.
help?
You could be charged.
I mean,
but
I don't even know what the
There
charge
was
was
no
because there was
charge.
no charges. No charges
And no-
filed. They get away scot free.
No civil case for
Watching
filming?
a guy drown. Nothing. Scot free. Done.
What's that song out now? It says, I'm drowning. I'm not going to rap it, but that's what's in my head right
I'm
now.
not sure. We're not
I
going
mean,
to.
I would love to hear Fancy rap the
We're not
song.
gonna-
Kodak
that would be
Black
amazing.
and
Yeah.
Boogie with the hoodie.
I mean,
Boogie with
I
a
would really
Boogie
like
with
Fancy
the
to look at the
hoodie.
lyrics and just
And
like
Kodak
rap the
Black.
lyrics.
Yes, drowning.
I can't
Really?
handle the paparazzi. My contract limits my rapping
I mean-
to the shower and the car.
That's hilarious.
So, unfortunately,
DJ Khaled.
we're-
Rapping. We should have a segment called "Rapping with Fancy Nancy,"
That would be
and
hilarious.
she just read lyrics
She just read the lyrics.
in a regular
Like
voice.
an English poet with an ascot. That would work for you.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of getting tricks,
We get tricked.
we get instead of getting treats,
We
get
get tricks.
All right, load up your equipment and I'll bring the Subaru and we can have rapping with Fancy.
Bam! She gonna load up the Subaru straight from the north side.
Man, Subaru, yeah.
Straight from the north side.
Straight
I can't even spell Subaru.
I can't either.
No, man.
Run can for sure.
Hey, yeah. Are you trying to say we as in run? When you say y'all, are you trying to say we need phonics to do
Yes.
stuff? And I will say,
I know how to spell Subaru because I can sound it out.
I was so tired the other day, man. I
Spell Marley.
was trying to spell
Smart ass.
messed,
There's 2 ways
like
to
something was
spell.
messed up, and I wanted to spell it M-E-S-T.
So you better spell it fast.
That's Hallville right there.
Something was messed up, M-E-S-T.
They messed up.
I mean, that's how it sounds.
2 E's.
We about to get in the car.
car.
CA.
Right, the car.
The car.
Yeah, we get in the car. Hey, man,
in the car.
hey, I tell you what, Heavy's radio show, man, you listening, man. We are in the air tonight, man. So I tell you what,
Because
somebody
Jeezy
else,
messed up. I admit, I messed
so
up.
somebody else has to get on and track if anybody's talking to us on any other stuff and how we sound as well. All right, everybody, we all in.
Team effort.
And we just got a random cat, man, with a pink balloon, and sometimes
It's
you
his
got
happy birthday.
sometimes you living like that.
You mean that's how it is.
I wouldn't mind being a random cat with a pink balloon just meandering around downtown. And
You never know, somebody might give him 10 for that. They say, holy
That's worth
birthday.
something.
I'm
I
that
think he was
guy.
trying to talk to us, but I'm not sure what he was saying.
I'm that guy. Hey, so I tell you what, Heavy's radio show. Jeezy, where can you catch us, man?
Man, you know what, man? You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, man, Spreaker Radio, Stitcher Radio, anywhere where you get your podcast from, man. Podcast Addict. Just go to Google, man. Put in Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. We're the first one.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I tell you what, man, DJ Long Green. Well, we're gonna call you that because you know it's marketing now at this point for you. Hey, how else can you get with us, man? Or what else we got going on? What other stations, anything going on?
You can definitely check out our other programs on the network. And again, this is independent radio. We used to have drops. I don't know what happened to those. But
I can't do it on my phone when it's on my phone and everything's on my phone.
We ain't use drops, and I don't know how long. But no, email them to me. I'll
The
upload
banner
them.
looks good,
I'll
too.
load them into the thing, and I'll come prepared next time.
Yes, we do
D-Lo
have-
back, he bitching about it.
I like
he mad.
it. You know what?
He
I
can't
like
be like,
it.
man, what a damn sign that we said drop.
That's his. He's playing his part, which I like.
He was slipping, man.
I like it. That's why we added him.
That's why he's here, man.
That's why we
Keep
added
us
him.
keep us in line,
He's
man.
supposed to be on our backs about that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Heavy Hitters Radio Show. Hey, I tell you, it's Moose, man. And all right, so it's kind of serious right now, but so man, we got these people coming in all across the border, and it's illegal to be an illegal alien in the United States. I know for a fact because I'm working on my passport. So you can't even go to Canada now without a passport.
Get the
right?
card.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm working on my passport right now. My son, the little C's working on the passport. So these cats are coming in. So they are breaking the law. Now, from what I heard, man, they coming from all out of South America, and El Salvador and all that kind of stuff. And like these gangs, man, are making them do stuff, and they can't have jobs and they can't do what they're supposed to do. That's one. Two, they walk 1,000 miles in trucks. I saw the other night, man, where they had 100 people in the back of a semi that is sealed for refrigeration, where the refrigeration was off. So these cats, everybody's laying flat. Everybody in the truck's laying flat,
To
man,
get here.
sweating.
To get
you know
here.
what I'm saying? And it was sitting in the Walmart though. They already here. They just ain't got to the destination yet.
Yeah, man.
And so these cats, matter of fact, 15 of them were dead. About 20 of them were half dead. And I know that's a horrible way to say, but I mean,
Yeah.
15 of them. And then the rest of them, man, I mean, when I was watching the video and they opened up a truck and these cats just falling out on top of each
But
other.
think about this, man. Think
Was
about
it Chinese?
women,
Because
children.
That's the Chinese way.
No, it wasn't Chinese. These were South
Maybe the
Americans.
Chinese do that.
South
yeah,
Americans.
Chinese do
The
that too.
is
They'll ship
Yeah,
them containers.
they
My
come in a container.
question is this:
Yes.
how bad is your living condition where you at to be like, you know what, man? I'll get in the back of a semi.
It's horrible.
It's horrible just to get here to have a better life, man.
I'll ride for 3 days, no food, no
food,
air,
no
no
nothing. Just to
water,
get to
no
America, man. To the
Right,
United
to get an
States.
opportunity. And now, so here's what happens: when you get here, you broke the law, which the Supreme Court today said that Trump's
ban.
his ban stands. So when you get here, you break the law, you're arrested, your families are
Unless you're
separated.
Cuban.
Your families are separated. Well, because they're part of us, and thank you, Obama, right? And
No.
we're gonna talk
Before
about
Obama,
the
if
fact that
you're
Obama
of
said-
Cuban descent and you leave Cuba and you get to the United States, you automatically a citizen.
Well, you know what? You better hit home runs and stuff.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Is that bad? All right, so all right,
you know
guys.
what Castro did, right?
All right, go.
When he found that out, is he basically emptied all the prisoners, put them on a boat, sent them to Miami.
It's all good. We cool.
So when they got here,
That's how you save money.
yeah,
All right, so
exactly.
guys-
That's how you save
All right,
money.
so guys, what do you think about that?
It's weak, dog.
It's more than that.
It should be allowed to stay, man. Like to me,
allowed to stay and do what?
my thing is this: they work.
Our burritos better be off the chain.
That's racist.
Happy Taco
that
Is
Day.
that bad?
Yeah.
Taco
That's very
Tuesday
racist.
should be the.
First of all, we came here involuntarily. Matter of fact, we came here involuntarily. We came here. All right,
I'm not going back.
I might.
Are you going
I
back?
will love to. And I might stay.
Where are you
All right,
going?
so you from Senegal, right? All right, so I got a question for you, and this is horrible, I know, but I'm doing it.
Well, so,
All right,
but
let's move. I got a question. So I got a question for you. So do you think that guys like us that were born here in America could handle going back to Senegal or wherever we from if we traced our families back?
Liberia.
Liberia, right? Can we handle that?
Liberia is founded by people from here.
Right. Marcus Garvey, the whole deal, right?
Yes.
And so,
Liberia is founded by people who left here.
right.
Yeah.
So are we going? You guys going back to
Oh,
Liberia?
but you name
No.
it like you name it something,
No, it's
but you go to Nigeria and
What's
be
their
fine.
Wi-Fi like?
You go to South America, you go to South Africa and be fine.
Africa,
You go to
yeah.
Cape Town and be fine. Like there's places in Africa you can go and be perfectly
To
fine.
any place you go, you will be fine.
Yeah, you see, but you
How
name
come we-
it,
how come-
like Libya where like
How
shit going
how
down.
come we don't have a mass exodus back? Like, you
Because
know,
they don't want you to leave, dog. They talk all that junk, man, but they don't want you to leave, dog. Like, if you go to Nigeria, it look just like this. Like, Nigeria look just like this. Exactly
I'm
like
sure-
this.
Yeah, it's any place there.
I'm for sure it's
Huh?
hot though. It's
Any
hot.
place there look like
It look like
It's hotter for
this.
sure.
But see, we are brainwashed to think that
Telling
everything
you,
is
right?
it look crazy, but that's what we brainwashed, man.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a lion is tracking me down when I'm trying to go to the
There's no
bathroom.
lions.
Let me tell you
I don't
something.
feel
Look, we
that.
got a man.
No, what I'm saying is that's not happening.
You're not going to go
Yeah,
back
right,
and play
right,
Chase
right.
the
He's
Monkey.
from there.
If I want to see a lion,
Yes.
I go to the zoo.
Yes,
If not,
just like us.
Listen.
If not, I go 400 miles from where I live to see a lion.
See, 400 miles, that's like going from
And
here.
do you know one thing? The
Yeah.
first time I went
Yes.
to see a lion,
Yeah.
it's funny,
All
but
right.
it was in Canada.
In Canada. So we got a cat from the continent of Africa in Senegal, and the first time he saw a lion was in Canada.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
that's
What in the world is going on?
But see,
That's
but-
real
but-
world
But we've been
stuff.
brainwashed, man.
That's first world problems.
No, what I'm saying is we've been brainwashed to
I
think
like
that
it.
Hey
Africa.
guys, it's not only here, okay? I spent 6 years in Russia.
It's a lot. Oh
Yeah.
man,
And you know what they think?
it's the same thing, huh?
First time they think we live in a place.
Yep.
That,
Yeah.
hey,
You know what we
real
say?
quick, Das
Look.
Padania.
Look, as a
Strasbourg.
student, what we were saying,
Uh-huh.
yes, you live in a trees, and
Yes.
your ambassador, you live in a bigger street. And
Yes,
you walk
for
from
sure.
there. That's
Hey
what
man,
we were
hey
saying,
man, hey man! Shout out to Senegal.
Yeah.
Hey, and speaking of that, hey, by the way, the World Cup's right now. You
And
guys
let
been
me
watching?
tell
You guys
let
been
me
watching?
tell you.
Come down here.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys been watching all? Come down.
So
here.
I'm saying how we've been brainwashed, man.
Come sit right here.
This
And
is
so, all right, so guys, I mean, like, tell me what you think about it.
I think it's
man.
messed up. I think America was founded on the reason why the Statue of Liberty faces the east is to show the world that we are the beacon of hope. That you can come here and have a better life than you had where you living at. That was the country was founded on. So now all of a sudden, when brown people
So
start
why
doing,
don't you
Because
fill
it's
out
not the beacon
fill
of the
out-
South.
Fill out the papers.
no, everybody don't file the
Do what
papers.
you're
When
supposed to
Canadians
do.
come here, they don't file the papers.
They have
No. Why don't we have the same border problem when Canadians come across the border and go back and forth the same way as anybody else do? But the thing is, they ain't brown, man.
Obviously, they're not breaking the same laws.
No, they just don't look like. You say what it is, Moose.
Is that how
Moose,
you
stop
feel,
stop
man?
playing. Moose, stop
I'm not playing,
They don't,
man. I'm being
they look like
honest
everybody
with you.
else. They look like the majority when they come
Well-
here. They fit in. They look like the majority.
Ben Johnson is Canadian. He did not look like everybody.
But the majority of Canadians, the majority of Irish people, you got people from Ireland came over here illegally, and nobody's throwing them out.
Well, your new
No.
policy says that no matter what border you try to traverse, that
Well,
you will have the same scrutiny.
traverse
So,
is
And-
What words that you
You
use?
know what was,
Traverse.
what was
Traverse.
funny? You were gonna tell me, right?
Yes.
I know I'm from Senegal, right?
Senegal, yes.
You know what I did? They were like Ancestry.com.
Yes.
They had a deal on sale, and I bought one of them.
Yeah.
And I tried to
Find
follow
your people.
my
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 your
origin.
lineage.
Yeah.
right. I'm an African, right? Born there.
Right.
So I was 78%. Senegalese.
Right. I
Yes.
mean, that's
Yeah.
probably
And
right.
look,
though.
And I trace it, and I have some,
Some
roots
Irish,
in
some,
from Ireland,
yeah.
from Scandinavia.
Yeah.
But they want me to pay more to see where.
Yeah, because I did.
I
Listen to
didn't
her. I
pay
told
yet.
like we're like.
I didn't pay yet.
We're
Yeah,
like,
but
we're like
that means
80%
something, right?
Hold on a
from
second.
Nigeria and then
That
30%
I mean, for
Irish.
sure. I mean, here's what's happening, man.
That means something to me, right?
Yeah.
Because we have a guy named Cheikh Anta Diop. He was an Egyptologist.
Say it again.
Cheikh Anta Diop.
Check
He
check
was-
onto job.
Yeah, he
yes.
was an anthropologist,
Yes.
Egyptologist.
Yeah. I can't say
And he
anthropologist.
could
The
explain
anthropologist?
how
I know, I
the
messed up.
flow went.
I got black mouth.
How the flow from Africa went to the Bering Sea
Yes.
and go to even Asia. I have some people who read, right?
Yeah.
And one guy told me one day,
You gotta speak up.
you
Like,
have,
kinda-
one
you know-
guy told me,
Yeah, you don't mind. You can yell at us.
it's okay. One guy told me, you know what? You have Asian roots. I say, why? He said, look at your eyes. Look at your hair. I say, I'm not aware of that, of this.
Right.
But they always think I am. They say, look at your eyes.
Yeah, I mean,
You never
I
know.
don't sound racist, but
You never know.
you never know.
You never know. And back in the day, don't get me wrong, they were mixing. I mean, you know what? If I was on a boat and I came from wherever, island or wherever, by the time I got to the next land, I was horny. For sure. And whatever color they were. I mean, you think about this, man. You guys ever watch Star Trek?
Yeah.
All right, so Star Trek had Captain Kirk, right? Captain Kirk for sure. He's on a star mission to seek out new lands and new people, right? When he got to those new lands and new people, he's like, man, you know what?
The land they conquered.
The land ain't right. Exactly. The people are blue, and he's like, you know what? You are cute.
Shawty got her asshole.
I know you blue. Right? I know you blue.
Right.
But I'm tagging. So man, so
how many hours would smash Gamora?
Let me.
So
Green.
Death on
We
Star
all
Wars.
would.
I
I
want
don't
to
even
challenge
know.
you.
Guardians of the
in one
Galaxy?
thing.
hold on one second.
Or
So
Star
for
Trek,
sure,
my bad.
Captain Kirk was hitting blue chicks, green chicks, chicks with extra hair on them. All kinds of stuff was happening. And these days, you can't even get a chick with extra hair on her. She's making sure she's getting rid of that. And so it's one of those things. It's definitely one of those things where it's so different. All right, so Fancy Nancy, what'd you say?
I said, what was the color on Star Trek that always died? Like the captains were in a color. And
Oh, you know what? It was always Ensign John. You know, we talked about that. Ensign Johnson. Hey, listen.
Were they
You know,
red or blue?
here's what will happen. Hey, Scotty's going down. The captain's going down. And you know,
Yeoman
and
Johnson.
Spock is going down. And Yeoman Johnson, he's dying.
He's not coming back.
Not coming back.
Yeoman, and it didn't matter what color
they never
color
brought the
skin
body
Yeoman.
back.
no, there
No.
were extras in a certain color. They always were the
Yeoman
same
Johnson.
color.
We talked about this years ago. Yeoman Johnson is dying
He's
every
dying,
single
for
time.
sure. He's not making
Yeah, he's not making it back. All right, so folks, Heavy His Radio Show, and so guys, all right, so listen, I know we got kind of off a little bit, but I mean, is there any fix? So here's what I heard. So if you are a parent and you want to find your child, you have to get on the internet, and then there's like a website you can search and then put your child's name in, and you are supposed to be able to find them. Now, here's the thing: if I come from this place or that place,
language.
I don't speak the language. I haven't really used a computer ever.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So is there a fix for that?
No, it just kind of is what it is, man.
Disorganized mess.
All right, so
But according to Fox News, man, summer camp.
hey Dub,
You're on the wrong
you
side of the
are
mountain. That's what the fix
in
is.
your 40.
No,
Yeah,
Not yet.
you have no comment.
I'm not 40 yet.
No, in
40
your 40,
hours.
which means in your
Oh,
job,
Okay.
you provide therapy for people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do you think about if I'm a child that doesn't speak the language, that is now ripped from my parents and put into an institution where there's El Salvador, there's Costa Rica, there's Mexican,
Guatemala.
there's Guatemala, there's all that stuff. We all mixed together.
You mean put in a dog kennel with aluminum foil?
Aluminum foil.
It is
It's summer camp. They're getting 3 houses
All
in
right.
the car, according to Fox News.
all right. So
Black people want to live there.
is that going to be a situation for me that is fruitful? Is it going to be good?
No, it's terrorizing children.
And so, what are they going to look like in 10 years?
They're
in
going to
5
be
years?
hot messes.
Terrorist.
I think they're going to look
Oh,
like
God.
Tinder today.
That's
Have you
hilarious.
heard
right?
about the lady? She's an immigrant
Yeah.
from Flint.
Flint, Michigan?
Yes, and she's a
Because they're all immigrants because their water's not right.
yes, because she's from Iraq and she's not Muslim.
Okay.
She's Christian, and she's the one who found the issue of the water contamination, the lead
All right.
water
Yeah.
contamination,
Right.
because she was in her house with her friend. One of them worked for the EPA, and they were drinking wine, and they were doing something with the water.
Yeah.
And her friend explained to her that they were all aware of the situation. There were a memo already sent before.
And they couldn't
Right.
fix it.
Yes, and the memo was sent on the way before.
Yeah, but they don't want it.
The warning was there,
Tanzania, man,
Yes.
coming with the.
but they didn't take care of it.
No, they don't
Right?
want to fix it, man.
But it was sent before the memo that Flint, Flint is a warning situation.
So I got a question for you. What's the reason that we want to poison the cats in Flint? It's not even a big city.
It's not about that. It's about they don't care. They don't care to fix it because Flint is not Ann Arbor.
No, but we are concerned that a
You know what I'm
building
saying?
in
Scoot up a little bit.
No, but we are concerned that a building in Kentucky had half of its roof torn off and the barrels of whiskey are on the ground. We care about that, but we don't care about water in Flint.
Yeah, because
Where the hell is everyone's priority?
no, the priorities is
Oh, it makes me so mad.
You run. You ever been to Carmel?
Trump.
I'm
You
mad.
ever hear about the potholes in Indianapolis? But I go to Carmel, the roads look fine to me.
It's a profit
Fishers,
model.
the roads look fine to me. Noblesville, the roads look fine to me. Greenwood,
And
the roads look fine to me. But guess what, Hallville? Yeah, you better have some good shocks.
Well, you know why? One thing I will say is that what they want you to do is that if you find them, they want you to call. And the folks in Howell probably not call.
No.
Man, I ain't
The thing
gonna
is,
call
there's no potholes even when you go to Carmel. It's one thing to call it a pothole. You go up the road smooth as you can get on what's that? Michigan Road and go north. It's as smooth as it want to be, man. On Keystone.
That's
it's
hilarious.
smooth, dog. But yeah, go over here off of East 42nd Street.
Well, potholes are fixed by property taxes, and Marion County is a victim of property tax exodus. People commute into work and commute out
But
to
guess
live.
what? But people still live here and they still pay taxes. Like there's
but
many.
not the same per capita. So
But they still.
you're
But the thing is, they
in a
still pay
deficit.
enough.
But
If
we
they can
have,
build this damn goofy ass stadium, they
So-
can't fix the roads.
but we have
Even
money
the one
to
that
fix
we're
it.
paying on, even though we're paying on the dome still.
Yeah.
That one.
So we'll do
The
some
dumb thing
algebra. If we all pay 1 cent per pothole per property tax,
But
and 7 of us live in Hamilton County, and 2 of us live in Marion County, but 6 of us commute to Marion County, how many people are driving on roads that they don't pay for?
a bunch.
A bunch.
Yeah, a bunch.
So then your deficit is in a county where wear and tear is not.
overall, we have a surplus, right?
Not in this county.
There's money.
There's a-
Indiana's in the
Indiana
block.
has. We
There-
should
there's-
use
there's-
this for
there's for sure a small
education
surplus.
or for other stuff.
You know what they use it for? Hey, folks, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, and I'm giving an exclusive right here. They're using the surplus this year for potholes in Marion County. They hired like 100 new dudes. They have what did I see? It was like a division that's just pothole dudes. So their whole job is to fill potholes up, until they're done. So I mean, are they answering that? Are they answering the call? Yes, sir. They are answering the call. But I mean, I tell you what, it doesn't really matter, in the long run.
No,
I mean,
research
imagine
the
this. Imagine this. Imagine if I was selling water because my mom lost her job
Yeah.
and she had promised us we're gonna go to Disney World, right?
Land.
Disneyland. No, Disney World.
Land, they in
Going to
California.
Florida or
They in California?
It's
They're in
land.
California. All right, so they're gonna
They live in
take
San Francisco.
Let-
Mom, but think
let-
about this. Mom, in San Francisco, mom lose her
Let-
job. It's a problem.
It's a lot of money.
It's
Sister.
a lot of water
let
you
me
gotta sell.
tell you about one thing we should really
Yeah.
speak up about.
Sure.
The way
Talk
those
to me.
roads are made. You take a 69 or any road, right?
You
Right.
would pick 69.
Yes, because I go to work.
I
But
understand. Yeah, I get
one
it.
thing is the sim.
Heavy Hitters Radio Show.
I told you, okay? I have been many times in the road. Comparison is not reason, okay? I know that. But I've been in the road 6 hours in China. There is no sims. Everything is smooth in a highway,
That's
right?
They were-
Here, we have to maintain the road every year. We are losing money. Who's inspecting those roads?
Well, the thing
We
is,
are making.
We not
Those are
paying them
sins.
dudes. We not
in
paying
America,
them
we
dudes.
rather
Why
make
that?
things to get by
Why
cheap.
that? You
to make
are
it right.
telling me we
Hey
not
man,
able to make a good roads?
you know what's happening real quick. It used to be a situation where we sent goods to China. Matter of fact, I saw, man, I was reading where now we used to send part of our recycling, part of our garbage to China to recycle, and that was kind of part of the give and take. Now we don't do it anymore. China's saying, you know what? We don't want your recycling. We're not taking it anymore. And so what's happening is we are losing the resources and the opportunities to build like these other countries. Unfortunately, we spend the money elsewhere, and guess what it is? Our salaries and the way we live
on defense.
Our salaries and the way we live is higher than anyone else, except for like maybe the United Arab Emirates, stuff like that. But I mean, so our folks would rather make higher salaries and have the people that the have-nots live in lower standards than having everybody live pretty decent so that we don't have sinkholes and junk in
I'll
there.
give you a
Well, you
case,
can make
okay?
your roads out of
I'll give you a
recyclables,
case, right?
but petroleum
We have
won't accept
factory
it.
here
Yeah.
in Greenfield, Indiana, and Muncie. We moved part of the business in San Luis Potosi, Midwest, Mexico. You know, a new hire in Greenfield, 1 hour, right?
Right.
Pay.
Yeah, pay.
It's a 1-day pay in Mexico.
Right, exactly.
1 hour, which is
Did you hear that?
10, 11, it's a 1-day pay in Mexico.
So if you're a business owner,
What you want to do?
do you have no other option but to move it so that it makes total sense for your family?
And 80% of what we do in Mexico come back to US.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in automotive, and that's what's going on right now.
But Trump gonna
Right.
change all that. He already said that.
Right.
Mercedes, he gonna stop importing
But
Mercedes.
I
and
give
all
you
that
one
shit.
other case, making computer here in Georgetown. HP used to make it, right?
Yeah.
HP itself, when they make it, just I don't talk about raw material, anything. I'm just talking about process making it without the raw material, paying people who just assemble. HP cost was $40, and a Chinese Taiwanese company came and took it over to make it for them for $12.
That's what I'm saying.
But at
That's what I'm saying,
but
folks.
here's my point. At what point?
The Heaviest Radio Show, man. I mean, you know what? Guess what?
I get it.
Do we choose extravagant life over making money? And I'm gonna tell you right now, Moose is a business owner,
but
and guess what it comes down to? It for sure comes down to how much you're making after you pay everybody.
But what happens,
And-
but what happens when you
Comes down to the
outsource so
roads,
much
right?
that you
You're concerned
outsource
about
everybody
the
out of the
And
job?
look-
You outsource your consumer.
And look, you go to the plant, I go, they run the AC 3 hours. Here, if you go in summertime, you run AC 3 hours, they're gonna call
They
OSHA.
quit. Yeah, I'm done
They're
with
gonna
that.
call OSHA, and they're gonna come and fine you. Over there, it's okay, which is a problem because the work standard here and over there is
It's different. It's way
For
different,
any, I would say any like
Somebody real quick,
any-
man, check on
any
Instagram.
agreement
Anybody's
should
talking
take
to us.
into account.
I'm not able to do it this time. But check on Instagram.
Any agreement should take into account the work standard. It's different. Me, I can go there work for 1 week, 2 weeks. I cannot work there for 1 year because it affects my health personally.
No.
I've been in a conference room where the AC is off. You even cannot think, but it's permissible over there
Yeah,
because
see?
they're corrupt and no one is
Right.
saying anything.
Man, as a
Are you
businessman,
guys okay with that?
I mean, as a businessman, I get your
I'm
point
not
when you
okay
say,
with that.
you know what, if
Because
I'm
you should treat people
over here, I
the
make it
same
for
way
40,
everywhere.
I get it for 12.
No matter what.
You know, Logic is like,
people.
shit, I'm going to go ahead and get this 12 over here.
I'm gonna get it.
But then again, you start thinking about, okay, but am I cutting my consumer? Like when I go to Walmart,
I can keep
and
the
I got
price
one
cheaper.
lane open and it's a self checkout. Well, that's 15 people that ain't got no job.
I can
Right.
keep the price cheaper if I'm selling it. If I'm making it for 12, I can sell it for 20, and I'm doing great. If I got to make it for 40, I'm selling it
But
for.
the thing is, you're not selling it for 20. That's the thing about it. They still selling it for the same price. The
But this
computers
is
still
the
the same price.
this is the thing. There is no social economy, right? You have your business, you want to make profit.
Right,
Period, right?
right. You do.
Yes. And there is no social economy. I think there is not. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. For
So-
sure. You got to speak up and yell at us.
So there is job, and the politicians lie to us all the time. There is jobs, they will never come back. They
No,
will
they're
never
never
come
coming
back. There
back.
is no way those jobs can come back.
All right, so I got a question for you. So these folks, man, from all over, from Senegal, from South Africa, from all over, are coming to the United States, and we think it's a hellhole right now. What's the reason people are coming?
Education.
Opportunities.
Opportunities.
Yes.
And
It's
education.
opportunities.
What type of opportunities? And yell at
It's
me.
a
You gotta
different,
yell.
right?
Yeah.
The situation over there
In
is
Senegal.
also corrupt system.
Okay.
You know, some place is a dictator, right?
They don't want to be
Dictator,
shot
yeah.
at
Right?
anymore.
And you know what they say? What is underdevelopment? Like a
Yeah.
country, underdeveloping country.
Yes.
World country.
It's
Yeah.
when smart people are just managed by stupid people.
Okay. So
And that's the
so
case. You know, I'm here, right?
yeah.
I can say I can be equal to anyone in
For sure.
any field, right?
Right.
I wish I could do the same thing I
Over there,
do
back
here
home.
over there, right? Sometimes it's just individual way that people want to develop himself and develop his society.
Hey man, I tell you
Yes.
what, man. So
Right.
so the Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. We've got into this deep discussion, man, on society around the world,
Around
folks.
the world, man.
If you want to hit us up, man, definitely hit us up on Instagram, Heavy Hitters Radio Show. And then I think we got D-Lo and then we got Run checking it out. Maybe I know D-Lo looks like he's checking it out.
But one thing I want
We
to
got
finish
we
with
got D-Lo checking out. So hold on one
Yes.
second. And so I tell you what, man. We got the Senegal. We got the Senegal representative. I can't.
Senegalese.
Is that,
But
I
one-
can't think of
yes.
his name. Is that bad? That's bad.
And one thing I want to say
we got
is,
Cindy.
Yeah.
Is that bad, Cindy? No, it's horrible.
one thing I want to say, you think about why people coming, but how many Americans go and live in Senegal or in Salvador?
A bunch of them.
Or anywhere?
Are we leaving here
How
and
many
going there?
Europeans live
I don't
outside?
know. Are we going? Is
But
that-
nobody talk about it. They're talking about the people come from south.
So
But are they? Let me ask you
I'm
this.
Yeah,
talking
that's a good
about the
question.
people
That's a
from
good
So
north
so
to the
no.
south.
So I want to know, and there's moose folks, and you don't hear this often.
I got so many
but I
African
don't know.
American going to Ghana, living
Is
in
it
Ghana.
very many? Is it very many?
Many living in Ghana.
Really?
Yes.
Americans leave the United
In
States
Ghana.
and go to Ghana.
Yes, or South Africa.
Really?
South Africa.
People talk about it.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't even get gas at Shell because of South Africa, man. That was when I was in college. You know, because back then the Shell station was part of apartheid and all that, and so I was in college. And I went to a historically black college and university, and so I was somewhat brainwashed that don't go to Shell because they believe in apartheid. Blah 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 blah. I had an American history professor that was from Ghana.
Yeah.
And he would say, I don't understand why they don't get knives and guns and overtake them because it's more of us than it is than them. I look at this dude like, man, what are you talking about? But he was a nationalist from the continent of Africa that was now a professor in the United States, and he was mad, dog. He got us mad too.
Right
you
now,
know what
South
I mean?
Africa, what's going on is a lot of the people are taking their land back.
I mean, he would say, I don't understand why we don't just go and take it.
But it was a mistake because if you take the case of Zimbabwe, it's a mistake, right? Zimbabwe used to be a country that export everything,
Right.
and the guy came,
Zimbabwe.
Mugabe with a stupid idea
Yeah.
of taking land from people who produce it, and he gave it to politicians.
And they had
don't
no
know how
idea what
raise
to
it
do.
up, and I think it was wrong.
Well, that's
It
what
was
Hitler
wrong.
did with the Volkswagen,
You know?
so that model
Yeah,
doesn't work.
it was very wrong for doing that. You let the people who know the land, who cultivate it, to do it. Right?
See, you know what
don't
the heavy
give it
hitters
to
would do.
politicians.
I think the
And
heavy
that's
hitters.
what
Well,
it
here's what we would do. I wouldn't take it from them. I was going in and be like, all right, as soon as you're done, you better let me know or I'm choking you.
You can.
And then and once they get done cultivating it, then we're gonna sell it to whoever, and we're gonna ask them, who do you sell it to? They're gonna sell it, and then we're gonna take some of that money, gonna give him some, right? Give you did your work. Here's yours.
Yes,
But guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the rest of this, Exactly. We're
Pays
going to do the
tax
tariffs and
and,
we're going to make the rest of it.
Yes, pay the tax and everything. But
That's right.
I think that was a wrong politics.
Speaking of tariffs, have you guys seen that?
Yeah, Trump's.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
Canada.
gosh, man! So now, man, I'll tell you what, some edamame is going to be real expensive because soybeans are going to have a tariff on it. What are we going to do about that? Anything?
No, another man. I mean, Trump, to his thing, he wants new deals.
Guy-
He's tired of America losing money on deals.
So what are we going to do?
Pay the money, or just not have
You're
edamames.
gonna watch the top 10% get richer and the bottom 90% get poorer.
All right, so but here's the thing, though.
1%,
So China imports about $350 million worth of stuff.
They did.
We only export. They used to. We only export about $150 million. So it's going to it's going to affect both. It's going to affect both of us.
See, America,
greatly.
you know what America is we are consumers, and what we export are entertainment.
But
Our entertainment is what
about the
world
farmers?
loves.
But the farmers in the United States are feeding the rest of the world.
Well, if
And
it's
what's going to
non-GMO,
happen with them?
They
Guys,
get cut off.
I don't know if you heard about even the organization here
Yell at us.
selling, selling meat
Checking it out.
to Mexico. It's a good business for them. They didn't want the NAFTA to change. I tell you right now, I'm having more meetings than never before because of the tariff. And today you heard that
See, he traded his
what
money
is
for Cuba.
Trump
This is economy at work,
proud?
baby.
Yeah.
Harley Davidson made here, right? They want now to make the motorcycle
Yeah.
outside of
Harley Davidson.
Harley, yep.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, it's
Which
kind
is
of.
sold on
those
American made.
tariff.
Yeah. Where permanent patty at?
Personally, I'm not talking the automotive.
Hey, we need to
killing
finish, man.
us
Permanent
right
patty,
now.
man. Actually, we got a permit.
Yes.
Hey, so I'm just sure this is the same guy that had the pink balloon,
I told you,
and now he comes back with a cooler.
full of water.
You missed your chance.
Permanent patty.
Hey guys,
That's economics at work.
this is
Wow, he gonna leave and come back with a Mustang.
Trumponomics. Am I the first person to say Trumponomics? We had Reaganomics, but you never heard Trumponomics.
yeah.
I'm the first person to say Trumponomics.
Coin
And
phrase.
This is Moose, aka Big House. I'm the first person to
Guys,
say
can I ask?
Trumponomics. That's what's
Can
happening.
I ask one thing?
Maybe his radio show.
Okay, before, actually in Europe, you see in Hungary, in Holland,
I am
in
hungry.
France, Marine Le Pen, in Holland, in Hungary, you have the neo-fascism there. There is nothing different from what's going on here. Why people don't name it the same way they name it?
Well, because
over
we're Americans, we
there?
don't want
What's the name of what they call
What's
it?
happening
Fascism.
right now?
Fascism.
Yes, what's happening right now
Yeah.
in US, the politics that going on. That is nothing different from what Hungarians are doing.
Yeah.
That even if you help an immigrant person, you can be in jail. Marine Le Pen say we don't want those boats to arrive from Libya. And you see what's going on with the immigrant over there in the southern border.
Yeah. See, the
It's
thing
the
is,
same.
Yeah.
There is
thing
no
is, too,
difference.
Hey man, you know for a fact, we didn't come up with a good name for him. I don't want,
Water Walter.
He's been so good. I want to come up with a better name. What'd you say?
see, the thing is, too,
Carl.
there's two moves.
Carl.
Cooler Carl.
With us living in the Midwest, we kind of shielded from a lot of that border stuff. 'Cause we don't have an influx of Mexicans.
All right, so
It's like
so I tell you what, real quick, real quick, man, real quick.
He's just moving up the alphabet and the economy.
I think it's time for some news.
run that news.
Yes.
Here we go.
Are you guys ready for that?
For a weekend
Yes.
run, EMC.
All right, so yes,
What are you guys gonna do without me next week?
Oh, trust me,
I will send you all the news stories.
we'll be fine.
Trust
Yeah.
me, we probably the best show
I'll
we've ever
send.
done.
That's
About 2
rude.
years.
And
I want you
That's
all
horrible.
in.
That's
I will
horrible.
absolutely.
Ah.
As long as they're not taking it
I
out.
see a lot
Okay.
of TMZ. I don't see no World Star. I don't see
That's
no.
because
You
I
should
like
take it a nap.
TMZ.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna talk about Justin Bieber. We're gonna talk
Yes.
about.
That's
Yeah,
because I'm a pilgrim. Okay.
All right, look, hey, hey.
So
Vacation
I'm just saying
run.
do off the limit.
EMC.
what? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Anyway, so let's start with Fox News
Okay.
talking about the detention centers. Did you see this clip? So one of the Fox News anchors said that the detention centers where the immigrant children are going, she has heard African Americans say that it
Yeah, I
is
saw
better
that.
than the hoods they grew up in. So apparently black people want to move to abandoned Walmart. I don't know.
First of all black people don't live in the hood. That's number
I
one.
know. And
And number two, that's the most idiotic statement that anybody can make. But it just shows how out of touch. And it's not her fault.
No, it is not her fault.
The thing is,
it is a lot of people's fault.
the thing is, when you get on TV and you can make comments like that, it just shows that your ignorance to living situation for most people, and the fact that you only live around people like you and that you never
Oh no, I
venture
think
out.
it's deeper than
I mean-
that. I think it shows that news is no longer news. News
Well, I mean,
is
I'm talking about for her. But,
news is an editorial.
Right, but what I'm
so
saying is-
you're getting subject matter with opinion. So
right, but
you have
that's
to
her. That's what I'm
interject
saying.
your facts.
What I'm saying is, the lady that made that comment obviously hasn't been to Atlanta for one. Never been to Atlanta to see that. Guess what? Everybody live in hoods.
Yeah,
okay?
but-
People live good. There's a lot of people living good.
And-
Number two, unless you like with this show, we interact with everybody. So we
Right.
have conversations and we picking as far as knowing every race and creed, gender. So we have a base to make a decision and knowledgeable about saying certain things because we interact with different people that's different from us.
So let's
Yeah, that's
start
true.
the beginning here. Let's break down blanket statements right here.
We
When you
been around to the
begin-
show on that
when you
about this.
begin-
We did.
I know you did. That's why I love you both, and you get all the hugs that you both don't want from me.
I'm not a touchy
You-
person. It's just not
well,
who I
that's
am.
why I hug you both more. When you begin to say everyone, everybody, everything around a subject that you blanket people into and you don't know, that's a blanket
But
statement.
the thing is, with Fox News, they're speaking to a particular audience, so they're
Yes,
catering
with
to their
editorial
audience.
and not news, and then they blanket people in. So what does
Right.
that breed? Confusion,
Right.
animosity, and anger,
Exactly.
which is a pot to which people don't communicate and interact
Right,
with
'cause
each
if you-
other.
And
You
I
don't
came
know.
to a point where I said comparison is not a reason, okay? Everything is a context too, right? They were trying to see some interrelation with the black community, right? Yes. That's true that they destroy many family, taking them out, separating kids from them up.
That's
true.
culture.
But it's a different from what happening over there. You are having people coming from Guatemala, central
Right.
region,
I got through
right?
this much of a story.
Coming,
story.
Right.
We
running,
got taken over.
again, running, fighting and trying
about
to get it
the Fox
here
News lady.
because
What
they
you talking
want
about?
to avoid
News
the
lady.
gun.
The
The
black people
gun,
wanna live in
right?
the
It's
detention
two
centers.
different contexts.
But the thing is, too,
We shouldn't mix those two
In
things.
America,
So
the whole
back
Too
to,
different.
back
You
to
shouldn't
news
mix them.
story
All right,
two.
so I had a question.
shouldn't mix
So
them.
if you're talking about this lady that, on Fox News that says that black people had it better, we obviously know that they didn't.
She said she has talked to some African Americans that said the detention centers are better than the neighborhoods they grew up in. And she might have said hoods.
Okay,
That's a
so
division tactic.
that's
Okay.
People should
that's
say
absolutely ridiculous. I
no.
mean, we know it's ignorant at this point because you know what? Now, don't get me wrong. It might be a little safer, maybe.
Well, but there are people out there that will believe it.
There's more supervision, in these detention centers, possibly. But however, I'm gonna tell you right now, having worked for several years in a center for children, blah blah blah, it's not better than growing up in your house with your family,
But
even if your family's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So as an
You still
informed
love them.
But there is a
listener,
big
you should
difference.
say,
Also,
maybe, but not
you were talking
entirely.
about
Not
people who were
entirely.
born
News story
here,
two?
Yeah,
For
who
sure.
were part
Yeah,
of the
right.
society, versus people who trying
to
to
get here.
Right.
get here.
Because it's worse. I mean, for them, it's
Yes,
worse.
you were talking about people who were born here, right? It's no sense to compare people who were born here. We should have all the right, all the privilege that everyone have, economical, social, against people who are coming
now,
Black
here.
people
here's a-
here don't have the same privileges that white people
Yeah,
here.
no,
do. It's
but I
2018,
will
that's where
say,
we are.
They don't.
unfortunately, though,
We should. That's why I
say
put
though,
the should.
I will say that it's still different than Sir 13.
Yes.
It's different than Sir 13 telling they're gonna do this, and this to my, to my family, or it's different than me, me trying to say that I have, this government, is doing this to me. So I mean, it's not the same for sure. It's not the same.
And I
It's
think
not the
it's
same.
first racist even to compare. Why you pick
Yeah.
a community? Why
Oh,
you
that's
pick the black?
ridiculous.
It's even
Hey, man,
racist, right?
and I tell you what,
Yeah,
man.
that's the starting point.
the Heavy
It's
Hitters
a
Radio
racist
Show for
Right.
sure
Yes.
says
to go from
That's
there.
ridiculous
you
comment.
know?
that's ridiculous
Yes.
comment to
Yes,
say that it's the
exactly.
same. Yeah, it's not. All right,
Yes.
what's your
Okay,
new news?
so some local news for us. Do you guys remember Aaron Bailey that
Yes.
got shot last June?
Mm.
So, by two white officers. Yeah. So Aaron Bailey
Pilgrims.
is black. So I am white, and that is how
You're
I
a pilgrim.
identify.
Yeah, you're a pilgrim.
And that's how I identify. So
Must be your last days of the show. She's not even talking. She's not even talking Heavy Hitters talk.
Okay, I've been talking about race a lot lately.
Anyway,
and so
go.
in those
Ready?
circles,
All right,
pilgrim
go.
is not generally accepted. And so, anyhow, Aaron Bailey's family has been awarded $650,000 in a civil lawsuit.
Not worth the life, but I get it. It's
Yeah.
cool.
And so, essentially, the case was because of the 4th and 14th Amendments. Anybody know what those are? Because I had to look them up. Anybody?
In
Anybody?
Indiana or in the Constitution?
You know what's crazy?
Constitution.
That's 650,000. They get about 300.
I know the 13th Amendment and I know the 1st and 2nd.
All right, anyway, go.
Okay,
It's
so
all
the
the same
4th
thing.
Amendment essentially secures it's the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Exactly.
So they wanted to search his car. They didn't have reason to.
right.
The 14th
They
Amendment.
did have probable cause, is what
Yes.
that's called. Right.
The 14th Amendment essentially grants the freedoms of anyone born or naturalized in the United States. So this in the
Ooh,
the
so
actual
are you
amendment
telling me
says,
that
hold
we
on. The
Yeah.
actual amendment says,
She's cut me off.
yeah, I sure did. No state shall make or enforce
I'm the
any
host.
law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law.
Wow, we have not.
So that's what the 14th Amendment actually says. Like I pulled
We're
it
not
from the
getting
Constitution
that.
website.
So you gonna tell me that I have different I have different rules. I have different rules than my man because I'm born here.
yes.
I was born on 10th Street in
Well,
Harville,
born
USA.
or naturalized.
Oh, okay. So once you pledge
I
allegiance,
mean,
you're good to
it's,
go.
with this
Did you hear
country,
me?
with this
Once
country,
you pledge allegiance, you're good to go.
with this country, you stand for what it is
you
now,
gotta get
man.
the
Where
law.
it's heading,
If you gotta get the
it's a sad place, man. Like
It's it's not a sad
I'm trying to
place.
get no, for you, it's not.
It's not a sad place.
For you,
But
it's not.
For you either. For matter of fact, for none of us sitting here, we've been sitting here, we chilling, y'all smoking
Yeah, because
cigars,
we
drinking
won
water
the genetic,
for
we
free.
won the genetic lottery. I always say that we
Yes.
won the genetic lottery.
Yes, you know what?
There's a lot of people who didn't win the genetic lottery.
For sure. Now,
Yeah.
so I got a question. I mean, is it okay then that we just let? I mean, for the folks that are coming over here and paying their tax and doing what they're supposed to do and doing all that, that's cool. What about all the ones that are breaking the rules and doing other stuff? What should happen then? We should send them back, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you send them back?
Why you send them back? You treat them the way, same way you
but-
treat other who break the law here.
The thing
law
is,
is-
the
But
thing is,
they're not from here, though.
It doesn't matter.
but
It
Moose,
should. It should.
but
It
Moose,
doesn't
Moose,
matter.
what
It
you-
If
should.
you break the
what you're
law
not
here,
understanding
you
is
can
this.
be
All
prosecuted
this is
here.
about,
But here's what happens.
all of this is about the voting.
I got one
All
thing.
this is about the
I got
voting.
one thing real quick, my man. So, all right, you're right. If you're born here and you're prosecuted here, that's one thing, right? But if you are illegal, and this is probably horrible, you know, I'm going there. If you're illegal and you come in and you break the law, you should not get treated the same as me.
due
You
process,
shouldn't.
you mean?
No, you should not. Because you are illegal. You got to go back to your spot and you get
Do
you,
not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yes.
Let me-
But Moose, you know,
Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you okay that you break the law here?
if you
They
are a
take- they take-
naturalized
no,
citizen,
Are you here? You break the law here.
due
You
process.
okay? They take you back.
Due process.
Yes, they take you back, and you will not face anything. They send
If you go over
just
there?
in Mexico, and you are free.
If you
But
go back,
hold on.
If you break it here, you should pay the same price that anyone who break it
Well,
here
but
should
it
pay.
matters what law
You know
break.
why? You know why I say real quick. I just want to say this and I'm done with it. Because if you're not a naturalized citizen, you come over and you break the law, and then we incarcerate you. now we have to pay for you. And I don't want to do that.
Well, but it matters.
I don't want to have to pay for you. Let's send you
I'm
back
just
as fast
saying,
as possible.
It's written today, it matters what law you broke and where you broke it. Because you
I'm
could
not
be,
paying for you.
Listen, you could be wanted in another state, and if that state doesn't want to pay to extradite you, those crimes are null and void.
They send it.
You
They
stay
send it.
here. Not if they
Yes,
don't,
they do.
No, they don't. Not if they don't want to.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
I've been in a situation where somebody committed a crime in one county, and the other county is like, we'll just hold on to him. Like, no, I call them like, hey, no, man, send this cat over because I've taken
if
care
they
of it.
want you, and if they extradite across borders. So I hear what you're saying. You want the law to say if you're not
If you are a United States citizen and you
not
break the
a-
law in Tennessee, but I got you in Texas,
if you're not
then it's
a
going to cost
registered
us.
citizen,
Yeah.
then you
You got to go back.
go back
But
to
You
your
all
go back
this-
to where you are.
all
And
this-
if they let you free, it's
But
cool.
all of this is about
They
voter
shouldn't.
suppression, man.
Yeah,
They
they
shouldn't.
shouldn't,
They
but
shouldn't, but
they
they
usually
do.
do.
But they do, and I don't. It's
Because
cool.
most people that come from other countries, by nature, seem to vote Democratic. So that
It doesn't matter.
It does. Most it does matter. Because
If you break the law, what should you do?
But listen, boo.
Go to a state
Obama
that
won
doesn't
the presidency.
extradite, and then it
Do you
doesn't
realize
matter
that
what law
Obama?
you broke in
No, they
another
need to be
state.
out.
Boo, you realize
I'm mad
Obama's second
now.
term, he won the election without the
Why you saying
majority,
me like, get off of me. Why y'all
the
so
more
sweet?
majority white vote. You know he won without that
Fuck. No, I'm
vote.
just kidding. Don't post that.
Pineapple.
You know that?
Pineapples.
The Obama
Oh,
won.
yeah,
He won the
pineapple.
second election without the majority white vote. That was the first time in
Hey
history.
man, all that doesn't matter.
It does
If
matter.
you break the law and
I
you're
get
not
you.
a naturalized citizen,
What I'm telling you is
you need to
all-
go back to your country, and then if they let you free, then you won the lottery.
I get all that.
You won the
I
lottery.
get what you're saying on that, move. The legal part. What I'm saying is,
profitable for people
the whole
who
point
are
is, if you're
here
born
as
here-
congressmen.
But no,
you know,
it doesn't matter because
That's also-
someone who is here too broke the law. You're gonna pay the same price that you pay for the.
You know what?
guys.
If you're a naturalized citizen, you break the law, then I'm paying for you. You know, unfortunately, that's how it goes. But I just feel like if you came over here,
But
you saying illegally. I get what you're saying.
you come over here legally,
You're not
then
saying
we
foreign.
need to send you right back. We send you right
okay,
back.
anyone who come illegally
He said
here, you know,
illegally.
it's a place where when you come here, legal or illegal, you have to work.
Yes.
Tax or no tax, you have to work because this country, you have no help.
Right,
You
no,
have
yeah.
to make it. So you contribute, even you are legal or illegal. You know, I tell you, my neighborhood,
Unless you gotta
right?
work the
All the
system,
people maybe they work for Trump, but when it's about they're painting, anything else, they get a Mexican guy.
I got a question,
That's the
right.
hypocrisy of the
You
things
know why? You know why?
happening. Guys.
Because, man, they get them guys on the roof, man.
Yes.
They're paying them cash, and that cash is not going to anything else. It's not. It's not.
So what I'm saying. So the thing is, like when it comes to
And you know the
big,
developers here go.
They do it.
Go to any new
They save money.
development,
They save money.
new development neighborhood. Look what people. You
Oh,
know
man,
what?
for sure they save money.
Even the Mexican, they improve. You know what they do now? They have their own company, and the guy he bid and won.
Yeah.
He outsources everything to the Mexican. You go right now. You go to any of the
No
development place.
question. Yeah, no question.
You're gonna
about
find Mexican with their car, a group of people. They're the one working.
No
over
question.
there.
Hey, so I got a question for you. All right, so listen, I need some more. I need some more news. I need some more news.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You said you had a question for Jeezy.
No, he said the question. But
Okay,
No.
so we need to talk about Terry Crews, bless his heart.
news is-
Thomas
somebody
Markle,
grab his nuts again?
Ice Cube, and of course the Kardashians are always in the news. So, any preference on where we start today?
Go.
All
I
right,
want
so
you
Terry
to tie it all together.
Terry Crews has gone to court now because of the groping incident. So he says that he had to fight every instinct to not get physical after the talent agent allegedly groped his genitals in 2016. So when he was talking about it, he got a little bit emotional, and then 50 Cent came out and said something. I'm not totally sure what he said.
what kind of news story is that?
Well, just go with it. You guys stress me out sometimes.
First of all, like Terry,
I'm excited about the Ice Cube story. So
Terry Crews needs
I won't continue talking though.
Terry
Keep
Crews needs to
going.
go ahead and
Yes.
if he took the role, saying I have the same stance. If you had a roll, took the roll, sit down and shut your mouth.
Well, whatever.
Sit down and shut your mouth.
We all know where you stand with
Yeah, I don't care if you're a man or
that
a woman.
stuff.
You grabbed your nuts, did you take the roll? Yeah. Then shut up, man. I don't want to hear it. Am I wrong? Am I wrong,
You
D-Lo?
all know where you stand.
Terry Crews, he grabbed your nuts.
Okay.
All right.
working? You working now?
Did you do the movie?
shut
Yeah.
up.
Then shut up.
Thank you.
All right, so poor Kanye thought that Kim was going to leave him after his slavery comment.
Long range.
Yeah.
So he had been talking to her family and asking if she was going to leave him because of what he
There you
said.
go.
So when he said that the 400 years of slavery sounds like a choice,
Alright.
he felt like
Did I do better now?
he and Kim were just becoming estranged for the week
Yeah,
after
we got
that,
some.
blah, blah, blah. They're, of course,
means you
fine
don't
now,
like
probably because they've been
Yeah,
working
that's it.
together like you
We
think
like it.
is appropriate to get people out of jail. Whatever.
Well,
All right,
the
so-
thing with that is, if you listen to Yee album, he rapped about that.
So, Ice
Can you get
Cube
water cooler guy to help
is
you
in the
if you
news.
don't
I did
like
this
my
one just for
coffee?
you
All right,
because I
go.
know how much you love Ice Cube. So,
Moose loves Ice Cube and the children.
Sorry.
what?
Anyway, go.
Okay, so Ice Cube says that Michael Rappaport deserves a trip to the White House for his heroics.
For saving the cat.
Yeah, for his heroics on a flight after a big 3 game over the weekend, and he is sending the message directly to Donald Trump. So Rappaport saw a man trying to open the emergency exit door on the plane on Saturday. So the plane was in flight. and
Dude
he-
trying to open the door.
He sprung into action to make sure the door stayed shut.
Was he drunk?
So-
Or was-
Ice Cube says, Trump, invite him to the White House. Stop bullshitting, is the quote. The airline says that the guy was not a terrorist or anything.
Have
He
you
was
seen
just
Rap-
very confused
Have
and
you
made a
seen-
mistake.
Have you seen Rappaport on his Instagram?
Yeah,
I follow Rappaport on Instagram. He is
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious, man. He's playing this up like 100%, which I would be too.
Moose, you burying the lead. Did you read the quote that the airline said? Read that one more time.
Okay, yeah, you missed it for sure.
You buried the lead.
I want to read exactly what it says, and I already have the next part.
The
Hold on,
airline.
Give me 1 second.
What the airline
The
say?
airline officials tell us the guy was not a terrorist
Mm-hmm.
or anything. He was just confused and made a mistake.
So what color was this guy that was trying to open up this window? I'm guessing.
I'm not sure. You got
We can play guess the race. Y'all play impromptu game
Okay,
show.
let-
If he's not a terrorist, he's white.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
So
One second. Go ahead. Go ahead, then.
real quick. So he made a mistake by trying to open up the emergency
Because
exit
he's
in
a
flight.
pilgrim for sure.
What kind of mistake is that to say, you know what, I'm going to pull
But-
this lever.
He's just confused.
But
I'm
I-
confused.
But this is what happening in a plane. Okay, this is what happening in a plane,
It didn't say
right?
when.
First, before the plane take off, you're gonna have the steward giving some instruction. And
Yes, the
you
emergency exits are in the
yes,
front
and if
and
you
over
are
the
in
wings
an
and in
exit,
the
they
back.
come to you and ask you,
Right.
are you willing to help?
yeah.
Right.
And they said also go get the instruction to read more about it.
Yeah.
So where is the confusion over there? Was he drunk?
Because they don't
No.
even get
What
this
happened
many
to this
different
guy?
Yeah.
It
Because
doesn't say. He was
because
just
the
confused.
plane give clear instruction,
Clear.
very clear
So,
instruction
but guess
for,
what?
for everyone, and also more instruction for people
Monday I was
sitting on
Right.
the exit door.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Because I have a long legs, if I cannot find an economy something, I look for exit door.
Yeah.
They ask you, are you willing to help? Yes or no? I was in a place where someone say no, they change that person.
Right.
They move you
Yeah.
to another
Yeah.
place.
So what you got, D-Lo?
That's some moose medicine.
Hey man, so we got my man Big Gates 06 on Instagram chiming
Big Gates.
Yeah, he's down in the building. He says nobody in this country is from this country.
True.
So who are
I
we?
am.
So
I was
who,
born on 10th Street.
so who are we to say who can stay or leave? Moose, you sound crazy as hell.
Why is he always on me, man?
What they're drinking?
I like the fact that someone say everyone come from somewhere.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely
The
right.
only
He's
natives
right. He's
are Native
absolutely right.
are Indians. They hate being called that.
Native
Everyone
American.
come
They hate
from
being called that
You're
too.
Native American.
Right?
They hate
It's
being,
just
they hate being
matter-
called Native Americans too, by
It's
the
a
way.
matter of generation.
So I'm
but
confused.
everyone
Was this
comes
a
from
segue to
somewhere.
anatomy and obstetrics, or were you just staying with like everyone comes from somewhere?
What?
We do.
What did you use words like anatomy and obstetrics? Don't need to stretch. my back.
All right, go ahead, Ron.
No.
It's a
What
matter
you
of
trying to say?
generation.
So Thomas Markle is
That's the
getting,
daddy, right?
yes, Megan's dad.
That's Megan's dad, right? Megan's
yes.
pops.
Yes.
The wedding's
He
over, so
is-
he's healed.
He's getting bumped by Trump to meet Queen Elizabeth. So Thomas Markle thinks that the royal family is putting him in the penalty box after his Good Morning Britain interview a week ago, especially since President Trump is getting to meet Her Majesty before he is. Thomas tells TMZ that he hasn't spoken to anyone from the palace since last week's interview, not even his daughter Meghan, who of course has been busy with royal stuff. I think Meghan probably doesn't like her. Meghan, I can relate, or doesn't like him. Markle thinks he's getting the cold shoulder and tells TMZ if the Queen is willing to meet our arrogant, ignorant, and insensitive president, she has no excuse not to meet me. I'm nowhere near as bad. Trump's scheduled to meet Queen Elizabeth in the UK next month.
I can feel where he's coming from, but isn't it nice? Isn't it a little bit refreshing to have a little pilgrim on pilgrim discrimination for a change?
Yes.
There you go.
For sure, it is.
I mean, it
All three
changes
of
the
those
pace.
people
So
are
Whining.
I'm not as upset about this.
Does Queen
That's
Elizabeth
hilarious.
count as a pilgrim? Her skin is white, but it lives in England.
She's
Is
a-
she
She's
still a
an
pilgrim?
original pilgrim. She's
well,
OP.
I guess she's not a pilgrim because she's never left.
So what do I?
She never
she's
left,
just
but yeah,
white?
she's still a pilgrim.
her
though.
cousins were pilgrims.
She's white.
Her cousins for sure.
No, she's a colonizer.
Her extended family.
You know what? We're going to Wakanda. She's a colonizer.
So speaking of
Right.
Wakanda, I meant to text you guys. I bought a Texas Forever shirt after Hurricane Harvey this year, and all I could think when I put it on today was, this is the Pilgrim version of
What is
Wakanda
it?
Forever.
What
My
was it?
Texas Forever T-shirt. I just feel like it's the Pilgrim version of Wakanda Forever. I meant to tell you guys that
Not
earlier.
even close.
It is. It absolutely is because
I'm
we're
sorry,
not going
Ron.
to Wakanda,
I'm going.
and I'm not because I'm a pilgrim.
There are pilgrims in Wakanda.
There were not pilgrims in
They
Wakanda.
do all the manual labor.
They weren't there. There's not manual labor in Wakanda.
They use vibranium. Somebody got to harvest the vibranium.
Are you kidding me?
Whatever.
Exactly.
I'm moving on.
Good.
So,
You see those women working hard in the cave?
Khloe Kardashian was seen out with Tristan, so they
Of
have made up.
course.
They have made up, and there is this huge ring on her left-hand ring
You guys want
finger,
to,
and
Kobe.
so now the rumor is that maybe they're getting married. Blah blah blah. So we'll have to wait and see because nothing has been confirmed nor denied.
Speaking of marriages, I got to interject here. Cardi
Let's
B,
hear it.
Offset.
Yes, that was my next one.
Cardi B, Offset.
They've been married for a year, secretly.
got married.
Yes.
October.
She got married though.
No, I heard
News
that.
broke
Offset.
today, this week.
They've been no,
I've been to
no,
that.
no, no.
Who's Offset?
So they got
They
married.
confirmed it in
Amigos.
October.
Her
Yes.
husband.
For Migos. You from Migos,
Who's
right?
Her
that?
baby daddy.
Hey, from Migos, right?
You don't know who
Her
Migos
husband
is?
now.
I don't know
Yeah.
who the Migos are, but I don't know who Offset is.
Don't
He's
know
one
why I
of the members.
came
He's one of them.
in this club with you, girl. Don't know why I came in with these diamonds on my ring.
Yeah.
Surrounded by bad bitches, I can't even do my thing.
Hey!
Because I ain't handsome and wealthy.
Is it because
Oh, man,
like
you
a
got some-
professor?
Professor, I know what it, yeah, you know that
Can you
song.
tell
Man, you guys
me?
were jamming off of that.
That song, that's probably the hardest song to me.
Hey man, this
Man,
is
I
Moose.
I don't know. I like
Hey,
slippery.
hey, this is Moose at your big house, and I'm driving the tracks right now. And even though I was jamming, I listened to Busta Rhymes about 15 times.
You know what's
Y'all,
crazy?
y'all,
That Charles got an
y'all,
awesome system in it,
y'all.
don't it?
It sounded
Jim,
good.
I'll tell you what,
For some
Jim
reason
is
my
known-
car, like it played on my phone, but it played the same song. I don't know what happened. Like it.
But I'm saying, but the sound system is amazing in there, ain't it?
It's all right.
Oh, it's probably
GM known for putting good systems in their rides, man.
All
I
right,
get
all right.
fucking
So Cardi B's married.
Yes.
Is
They were
that the
secretly
baby?
married.
That's the
now
baby's
So
parent.
So let me ask you a
This
question.
time-
Like the dad is married to the mom, and they have a baby together.
Yes.
And he's amigo.
And when they have
He's
it,
amigo.
it's delivered by an
Amigo!
obstetrician, which
So-
is obstetrics.
Obstetrics. So,
So-
are you telling
Short
me that?
version is OB.
Are you telling me
There
that
you go.
one of the Migos is not a baby daddy, but he is a married man that
He
is
is a
their father?
husband.
Yeah.
A
Made a
husband.
legit man out of
And this
him.
is the same
And I've
as-
never seen those dudes like acting like that type of.
No, that's Yin Yang twins.
They're not them.
No.
That's
That's
Yin
not
Yang.
them. Am I got the wrong?
I like that you knew exactly from that crazy
Yeah,
sound.
yeah.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
impressive.
yeah.
They made,
See, that one I would have known. This
All right.
one, not so much.
yeah, they made a lot of money off doing that. And it was very annoying. The Yin Yang
So,
twins.
am I gonna get paid off of this?
No.
Hey, it's Moose in Big House. Hey.
Right,
Wait till you
it's
see
taken.
my own.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you gotta come up with your own. Like I'm mad that shoo is like the hottest thing right now.
No, I heard one the other day. I wish I could play it. It's on my phone. I wish I could play it. But I heard a song called Mo Bamba, first of all,
Yeah.
and that's a basketball player.
Yeah.
I heard one that was called. Oh man, I wish I could remember the name. But matter of fact, I will record it and I will play. We'll play it next week. But it was ridiculous.
Yeah, we'll run him. Hey, Ron,
All
last
right,
question.
go.
Do you have any news on Stephon Marbury?
Nope. I don't know who that is.
See, what I'm saying?
All right, go. You got any more?
Steph-
Yeah,
rundown?
I have one more story.
All right, go.
I want to get to Stephon Marbury because this is big. He was honored one of the highest honors in China over the weekend.
Is
Anybody
he
know
a
what that
prime
was?
minister?
No. He is only one of, I think it's like one of like 5,000 to be awarded full citizenship of China.
Cool.
Nice.
So he's actually a citizen,
Hey man.
live residential and like professional in China. The first, he's like one of only, because China has restrict rules on getting his green card, getting his full green card. So he was awarded because of his charitable effort.
Citizenship.
You get your shoes made in China, you sell them for $15. You're an NBA superstar who left the league in the prime of your career to go play in China.
In China and win in Beijing
Oh man.
and do all the charitable stuff. And like literally they gave him his citizenship, man. So shout out to Stephon Marbury, man, for that, man.
Shout out,
Did
man.
any of you watch
Nihongo
JBL?
Skoshi
Did
Shika
anybody-
Wakanda.
Who?
Did anybody watch JBL this week? It
What was
launched
that?
this week. The ball league. It's
No.
the
No.
opposite of NCAA.
The JBL.
Your non-college option to get to the NBA.
What
Big three?
is it? Is it?
No,
Is it?
Lamar Balls.
Lamar
The
Ball?
ball league. Did anybody watch?
No.
No, we don't
No,
care nothing
I'm
about
tuned.
it.
I'm tuned out. Like,
Hey,
I'm
so-
sorry.
Just
I'm not gonna watch the
ask
off league. I'm not watching that. My seasons are
No,
set in stone.
you know what? I enjoy that 3-on-3 stuff.
I'm not watching. Cause my thing is this.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
yeah,
the off. You know what the off is the American Football League, the new league, spring league. They start next year.
It's not bad.
I'm not doing it because my seasons are defined. I got baseball in the summer, football in the winter, basketball kind of goes through spring and the summer. Like I'm taking, man.
I wouldn't say that
I have
football
no
is a
room for new
winter
sports,
sport.
man. I have no room for a football league in the spring. No desire. I'm
I
all
watch
football.
Canadian every now and again. Hey, so hey man, I tell you what, Heavy Ears Radio
That's
Show,
my
man.
Luke
You
Cage
guys,
season. I'm binging.
Heavy Ears Radio Show, man. You guys are listening, man. This is Moose, aka Big House. I am not freshly showered, but I am from the United States, and I guess I suck right now because I'm from the United States. But I enjoy it, and I'm not going anywhere. Hey,
Right.
You
and
don't
I'm-
really have a choice either.
no, well, I do have a choice.
Dominican
I can buy
Republic.
me
You
a-
didn't have a choice where
Dominican
you were
Republic
born.
is
I can buy me a ticket.
Dominican Republic, man. There's some good living out there.
Yeah, I'm not doing
I
it.
got a homeboy.
Hey, I tell you what, man.
You are welcome in Senegal.
I appreciate it,
I'm-
man.
I'm-
Hey, I
no.
tell you what, man. So we got the
Did
star
you
of the
ever
show,
see
man.
real quick, you ever see the video?
The star of the show, man, is LGZ
Yeah,
and Baku, man. He's
Yes,
up in there.
I'm happy. In
Man, he's
Baku.
here, man. We got the one and only DJ Long.
Long
What's
Green.
happening?
You guys okay with that, man? Hey, man, the lady of the house is the one and only Run. E-M-C. Yeah,
It
she's
should
up
be
in
run
here.
TMP. Hey,
She's up in here, man. Hey,
I don't
we
feel
got
like I
Fancy
get it, but I
Nancy.
don't wanna
temporary
ask.
TMP.
Hey, Fancy
I'm not
Nancy and
temporary.
Marcus Garvey. I don't know what we're gonna call him, man. We gotta come up with a name, man. Come up with something.
Real quick, you ever see that video of Kenya? It's Kenya and Tanzania. I think don't Kenya and Tanzania on the equator. They had a video. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. So obviously on one side, Kenya is in the northern equator.
Yes, very
I think it's
close.
Tanzania is on the
Yes.
southern equator.
Yes.
And then they had a bucket of water, and they pulled the thing in there and it goes clockwise
Yes.
on Kenya. You literally just cross the line like this, cross the line, put the water in, it goes counterclockwise.
Yes.
Go in the middle on the equator, the water goes straight down. It's
Yes.
it's the craziest thing
Yeah.
ever.
I
Dude.
saw
Do you
that
have
where?
a conspiracy theory for that?
You saw it where?
It's a video.
Yes, it's
The
a
earth
video,
is
yeah.
flat.
You can
I mean,
say it
that's how it works. I mean,
But no,
that's,
but I'm saying, but to be on the line, like you on the equator, has a line that says this is the equator. Like you on the equator.
yeah, because it's spinning.
I get it,
That's
but to be that close to the
equatorial
water,
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
the water to be that close to the equator,
sorry,
the water
what'd you
spins
say?
different direction. What happened?
It's spinning, yeah, it's spinning. Guess what,
Allegedly.
guys? Guess what, guys? It's spinning.
I don't think it's
And the
spinning.
water's different.
I don't think we're spinning.
Guess what? If you ever go to Australia, the toilet's gonna flush the opposite way.
Yeah, because it's a southern equator.
So don't sit down, right?
And the moon, and
I'm
the
sorry,
moon,
I'm
the moon
sorry.
is
Well,
upside
equator.
down.
Did you say it was in the southern equator?
The
Because
southern
that's not
hemisphere.
the thing.
Southern hemisphere.
It is south of the equator in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, southern hemisphere.
Yeah, that's not what you said.
And
though.
the moon is upside down in Australia.
Yeah. All right, folks, man. Have
Did
a
you know
radio
that?
show.
Smarty
Hey,
pants.
so I tell you what, man.
Education.
We need some hip hop news. DJ Long Green, tell us all about the new shows we got hip hop, and then give us some hip hop news, baby.
Yeah. Well, we recently had an Indie 15 music session.
Oh, listen.
We got more of those on the way. Hey, listen, the Iron 3 hip hop show is on a little bit of a hiatus as we get the studio back in order. The Iron Gutter boxes changed locations, but we'll be back eventually. However, in the meantime, definitely make sure you stay tuned for new episodes of the Indie 15 music session, I-15MS. But yeah, in terms of hip hop news, man, I got to tell you, the tragedy with Triple X Temptation.
Tentacion, man.
Man, listen. I just played a song. I don't ask for pronunciation.
Thank you for covering that story because I didn't know how to say his name and I didn't want to cover it.
Cool, even better. We'll let Moose handle that part. Anyway, so my man's murderers released a video.
Like they from ISIS or something.
Yeah, man. Faces covered, confessing to the killing, making fun of the police because they said they pinned the murder on the wrong guys.
Making fun of the fact how much money he had in his bag.
Yeah, talking about what he had, confirming that they were there. Now, they did this with masks on, but I don't think they figured that the video would be traced back to a cell phone belonging to them, which is what helped lead to their capture, man.
Dummy!
They have been captured.
They have been captured.
Let me tell y'all, idiot, something. Everything you do on your phone, everything has an IP address. There is nothing. There's a reason why the terrorists use an actual camera.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they use with tape. There's a reason why. Continue. I'm sorry.
Everything.
Don't be an idiot. Your phone, whether you hide your face or not, your phone still has an IP address, and when you upload it, there's little numbers or digital code that goes with your phone.
All right,
And that's exactly the point I was getting to. How foolish can you be? Because the leads clearly led the officers to someone else, but you released this video confessing that you and your partners were the actual murderers. Sad, tragic event regardless.
Yeah.
However, shut the hell up.
Yeah, upload to your iCloud. Idiot.
You know what I mean? That was the dumbest thing I've
I'm gonna get
heard
a fake
in
email.
the past week.
I'm gonna get a fake email and upload it. It says IP address.
All right, so
I'm still
what
just
else?
lost that it's a life loss. Like the little boy that was
You got
shot
the-
in
you got the,
Boston by the
Drake
police
new
officer,
album?
and they show
He
it
supposed to be
over
coming
and
to Kim
over
K.
and
You heard about
over.
that?
Yeah.
Live being shot.
Scorpion
That's a
album.
life loss. That's wrong.
All right, so hey guys, Fancy Nancy brings up a great conversation piece. So you had the young brother in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You had the young brother, in New York that
Wrong identity.
there
Yep.
there was a film of these guys getting shot or beat up
Yes,
or
in
what
Boston.
have you. As far as the hip hop community is concerned, D-Lo, how do we handle those type of situations, man? Because you know what, we for sure glorify videos of fights and cats doing things that are not worthy. What do you think?
Personally, I think that it's up to the people who have the platforms to start changing the way that we live. Let's be honest. In our community, rappers, singers, actors have always been at the forefront of how we set our culture trends. And I think it takes rappers like T.I. and other rappers, to promote more mature messages in their music in order to help change the conversation. Because these are dope MCs, have a large audience, and these are people that largely the community respects. So I think it starts with them, and I think as people start seeing the direction that they're going in, I hope that they also will make more conscious albums. And I know conscious rap is not popular, but you can certainly merge the lanes between what's conscious and what's going to go in the club.
Poetry's coming back.
My thing is
Not on a large scale in the black community
Lyricism
just
is
yet.
coming back.
It's great, but
Some music,
from
small, but
a
middle.
mainstream
That's true.
perspective, it's got to be larger because the platform is larger, and those poets and those people making responsible music just don't have the same
Responsible
wide-reaching
music, what we
audience.
calling it?
the thing is, I think D-Lo's I think he's hitting maybe 25% of the problem. The major problem is radio stations. Because they're the one playing the music. They're the one they're not playing the conscious rap. They're not playing the commons. They won't play. They don't play the music that glorifies Radio 1, all them companies. They gonna play that music on their stations.
But
So it's being
but
consumed.
if you begin changing what you
songs.
No,
rap,
but there are positive rappers out there, but their albums, their music is not getting played.
That's true.
On Radio
And
1
that's-
stations.
Real quick, guys, and I apologize. Real quick, I heard that Childish Gambino is in trouble for plagiarism for, I want to say, is that for This Is America? Is that
Yeah, man. Somebody said pineapples fuck his mother. Pineapples fuck his future fetuses. Somebody is about to come at Childish Gambino pretty hard for this plagiarism issue.
Man, so I mean, do we not know who it is? Or
But
what?
if you think about it, man, all music. I mean, it's no different when
We'll have
you
to ask Run to look his name up.
when you send your demo to somebody and they don't hear back from you. They like the beat. They jacking that beat for sure.
Yeah, please.
Because you're nobody. That's been in music since the beginning of time. The Matrix was stolen.
Yeah.
The lady wrote the movie, sent her play her script out, and the brothers they stole it. It was like, it's a good idea. I ain't gonna pay her. I just write it up myself. Change a few words and change a few characters. Change the name of the movie.
But I'm not very into that. Okay, but this is something when I came first.
Yell at us.
Yes, when I came first, okay, there was so many scandal about the rappers, you
Yeah.
know, and I think they improved, right?
So
I
give
don't know
us a
if
timeline.
you agree with me.
Give
They
us-
are more businessmen people. They behave better than 10, 20 years before. They were in the news. But
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
less in the news.
G-
They're
D-Lo,
more
you gonna
conscientious
handle that?
now.
Give
Do
us-
you agree with
Bust
me?
in.
Well, give us the timeline as far as when you came, so we have a better reference as far as.
It's a 2000.
Okay, all right.
Even before, because
Okay.
yes,
Well,
but what
so-
I see, they
I
evolve
mean-
a lot in a very positive way. Being a businessman, trying to make
I
things
think-
happen, rather than shooting and whatever, right?
Well, I think he's more referring to Pac and Biggie
Yeah.
before getting shot.
Yeah.
But I think music back then was more about. If you look at rap as when it started, was more like we had KRS-One. It was more about the struggle of
my
black.
favorite.
It was more about what's going on in the black
still number
neighborhood.
And the fighting, right?
It was more about.
Fighting.
It was more about what I
Within
see.
the community, right?
Right.
The fighting.
Rap was more about what I see in my neighborhood every day. So
There's
I
a
see the dope
spoken word
boys. So I rap about what I see.
spoken word story to
What I see
a
every day
sick
in my life. Well, now with hip hop, it's kind of turned into, and I think Cash Money kind of started this whole trend towards, let me brag about what I got. Would you agree, D-Lo?
I'd have to disagree to some degree. I mean, because Pac was talking about Versace, Biggie was certainly talking about the clothes and the material things.
I mean, on the level
and the
where they
vehicles.
hold, but they kind of mix it up with where Pac and Biggie had, they had their song where they rapping about what I'm wearing.
I mean, Cash Money is a trendsetter because they had
Right.
bling bling added to the Webster Dictionary.
Dictionary.
You know, so certainly there was some huge impact on the culture because they had hot music, they
Catchy
were
beats.
very catchy beats. They were talking the things that people wanted to hear. And they influenced a lot of young people. They were young. They were kind of thuggish to some degree. I guess that's how you would label them at that particular time. But the streets felt them, and they had gotten a major push from the mainstream because they signed a large deal with Universal. And so what they ended up talking about was a lot of what set the trend for the culture during that point in time. But I am glad that to some degree, a lot of these guys are becoming better businessmen,
True.
as you
Yes,
alluded
true.
to.
I can see that.
You know, and I think the internet plays a huge role in
Right.
that because now
need
they're
a record
seeing
deal.
not everybody, you know, is going out here buying 13 cars and spending $100,000 every time they go to the mall every
They're
week.
smarter now.
They're
right,
starting
than
to see
before,
that
right?
there's more that you can do with the income that's coming in. Now, don't get me wrong. There's still some silly trends and some poor decisions being made out there.
Mm-hmm.
Taking pictures with the money phone, a little bit much.
And
However,
as a business person, protecting your art. Don't just sell it to the first person that throws your
Well,
logo.
a lot of it is the record companies. You know, like it's almost a day. You almost don't need a record deal.
No,
You don't need it. You don't need it. If you look at the way that the guy that Moose kind of put me on Tech Nine, the way he does stuff, it's all independent.
Independent.
He pushes his own stuff, so
Yeah.
therefore he makes the
But-
bulk of the money
Well,
coming
that's
back.
where the talent is. That's why you got to keep your ear to the underground, in my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah, the underground. I mean, you know, if you listen, but the thing is,
that's not
once
new.
you go mainstream, and once you sign that contract, they want content all the time. They want content. The thing is, you don't own your music, so once you write something, they got the right to do.
You know, I don't think you guys know, but there's about 5 dudes on all the music, man.
Yeah.
You know, Warner Brothers, Time, all that.
And if you're not sure,
they
contact
don't-
George
they don't
Clinton,
all
and he'll tell you about exploitation.
They on all of it, and you know, and the worst part is that, I mean, unfortunately, they have got themselves intertwined enough where that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, like Drake, and that's what you call talked about. In that diss track, he said, "No, Baby, like Drake talking about all this money he got, but Baby taking 80% of that.
Pusha T.
Pusha T. You know, when you sign a bad deal, like Drake got to make all these albums to get out from money. You got requirement. You got 10 albums, so I'll pay you $5 million for your 10 albums. When you get no money, you like, sure, I'll take that. But then you don't realize you hot on album number 2, and you got 8 more to go.
Yes, and you do what they want you.
So
You have to, yeah.
that's why Michael Jackson. Remember Michael Jackson put out that double CD to get out from under Sony. Remember Michael Jackson put out that double CD to get out of that deal with Sony. But he's, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna throw an album out. My 8-word song. I'm just gonna put it out, and I don't even care. What it do?
I want to learn more, right?
Yeah.
And even
I want to talk about the prison system.
Talk loud.
No, I have so much to say about that today.
I would like to talk about the prison system.
All right, folks. Everest Radio Show. Jeezy, where else can you catch us, man?
Man, you catch us on Apple Podcasts, man. Catch us on Spreaker.com. You can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on anywhere we get your podcast from, man. Just put in independent radio, man. We pop right up.
As an outsider, because I'm an immigrant, right? So this is what I noticed, right? Because I work in place where I manage people, you know, who put something on an ankle, right, and come to work, right? And I was a manager, but this is the things I said. From outside, what I was seeing, it's always in our family, like African family.
In the African
Yes,
family.
as a shame to talk about your kids being in prison.
Okay.
Yes, your kids being in prison. You know, your kids.
You gotta yell at it. You gotta yell at us. Quit being cool.
Your kids doing something wrong.
Okay.
Yes.
But here, I met someone in Walmart. I hook up with a mom, gonna tell me everything about it. I don't see nothing wrong about it, but it was something very new for me, right? Because in the typical African family, right, those are like a type of laundry you try to keep as much.
Oh,
as
hey, oh, no, you know what?
It's a different, okay?
No,
accept
no,
that.
it's not. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you right now. In the black community,
Yes.
we
segue for
still don't be talking about that.
Okay, I
But
just
in
wanna know.
with those pilgrims,
Yes.
they spilled every last bean they got in every can they got. In the African in the black community, we do not talk about that. So run, you got some
Yes.
news on that?
Okay. So I should not be as excited as I am to talk about this, but so I recently watched a documentary on Netflix because I am a not so closet nerd, and it's called 13th. So if you haven't watched it, I will let you borrow my Netflix login because I think every person
Shit, I'm gonna go ahead and
in
cancel
the
mine.
world needs to see it. So
That's a beautiful
13th,
shit right there for real.
13th,
Yeah, everybody in the world's
essentially.
like, I'm off of it.
Well, I need everyone to see this documentary
Okay, and Luke
because it's that important.
Yeah.
So 13th talks about the 13th Amendment, which ended slavery and gave freedoms to all people unless you are incarcerated. So the documentary essentially goes through the transition from slavery to prisons and then to modern day. And so honestly, when I first started watching it, like I was sick to my stomach. I had to turn it off and I had to go back to it later because I just wasn't ready to watch it because it was real pictures and it was just so startling because I think I just have been sheltered from some of America's history because that's what we do. So when slavery was ended, then there was no one to do this free work. So if you were incarcerated, then you could work for free. That was what the 13th Amendment stated. And so essentially then the documentary goes through systematic racism and oppression of black people because of the prison system, or essentially to keep them in slavery through the prison system. And so probably one of the most startling things that really resonated with me was America, the United States of America, houses 5% of the world population. Do you want to guess how many prisoners we house?
Go.
Anybody want to take a guess?
Go.
The world's
Percent.
incarcerated
Go.
population.
Other.
We have 5% of the world's population.
We probably house probably
All right, go.
30% of the world.
Go. Number. Give me the number.
25% of the world's incarcerated population is in the United States, and we have 5% of the world's population.
Well,
Now, if you continue to look at those, most of those people are black, and most of those people are male. Now, there's a lot to be said about it, but what I learned a lot about laws that were put into place in order to put black men in jail.
Yes.
So
Sure.
it was the war on drugs, and so it sounds great.
Ronald
but
Reagan.
We're just putting
Fancy.
black men in jail, and so
Fancy.
well,
it's interesting to me that is how our prison system
well,
came
the
to
thing
be.
is, if you look at we celebrated Juneteenth last week. When the proclamation, Declaration of Proclamation was signed,
The Emancipation
man,
Proclamation.
whatever it is called, slaves are free, right? But then it was still against the law for black people to have jobs. So if you had
Or
a
to
job,
vote, or to own land,
so if you had
all
a job,
sorts of things.
you're breaking the law, so it put you in jail. So there was still certain laws
Yes.
that was set up against black people. So to keep this system, this slavery system going, even though you were quote unquote free, if you're doing this, you're breaking the law. You got a job, you're breaking the law. Or you can read, it was still legal to read. Or you can read, you're breaking the law. We put you in
can't
jail.
call it slavery anymore. You have to call it
Yeah,
something else.
call it something
So
else.
now we can call it incarceration.
Oh no, we good. So yeah, so I mean, so that's
What the hell is
that kind of what happened. So it didn't stop. It just changed
Right.
his name. It just
Yes.
changed his color.
Yes.
Changed his name. You know what I'm saying?
This Pride Week going
Well,
crazy.
and it is 2018, and we are still doing this.
Yeah, because
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, man. I'm just going there. So we had this brother come over here dressed like Michael Jordan.
you say you want to pet the dog.
He has
He said,
sandals on.
do you want to pet the puppy? And we said no. He smiled. He walked away.
What
I'm
black man
not-
walks up to another black man and says, "Hey, you want to pet the puppy?"
I'm just trying to
And it
figure
was pretty
this
much
out.
just like that. It was
Hey
kind
man,
of
you know
odd.
what? Hey, you know what? It's Moose at Big House, man. Happy Pride Week to all you folks.
Okay,
that-
now what do you think?
Wait, hold on, wait.
Okay, sorry.
Hey man, this is Moose at Big House, man. Happy Pride Week to all you folks that enjoy same-sex stuff. You know what I mean? I do not, but happy for y'all that do. All right, and you know what? Guess what? We don't judge. We are straight and narrow, but you do what you do. All right, peace, man. We love y'all. All right,
Prideful.
Alright, can I jump on something?
please
Sure.
do.
Okay, all of us know what Obama tried to do with the prison system.
Do you want to pet
But
the
now
puppy?
you have a Jeff Sessions. He tried to take us back.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Harder
Jeff
line.
Sessions, the Attorney General.
Harder line, right? On everything. Right? What do you think about it?
You know what? They have a system to set up where they can say what they want to do what they want, but the ultimate guy can tell them that they're cool. So it's not a big deal. I apologize for the hiccups. Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's sad, man, but I mean, it's kind of what a lot of us just grew up used to. I mean,
So
sick of
that's
that.
Yeah, but it's not okay.
I'm going to use a word again. That's the conundrum, and that just means: do
Alright.
you accept what is, or do you do something to change what is?
But we don't have enough power.
Yeah.
Yes, you have power.
I
in
can't
your
grab women by the
everyday-
coochie.
Well, you can because your president
Damn
says
it.
it's good.
No,
No,
but not me though.
You have this,
But Nancy,
right?
what I'm saying is
You
like,
can do little things in every day.
You know this bourbon?
So, runs referencing Ava DuVernay's 13th, produced in 2016. I agree. Everyone should have to see this movie.
but what the point
Especially
I'm
if you're
trying to make
gonna
is
quote anything.
people been screaming from the rooftops since the 50s and ain't nothing changed. Like we have small changes, little change, but we all they do is just
How do you
change
eat-
the language a
how
little
do
bit
you-
to still incarcerate. They did
How do you eat an elephant?
They did. What I'm saying is they did
Little
a stop and
time.
frisk.
Oh, yeah,
There was a stop and
yeah,
frisk
wait.
video that was happening in D.C. on June 18th, and that's illegal. And
Hey,
they
so
still doing it.
you know what? Hey, I
Why
tell
do
you
you
what.
need an
Hey, it's
elephant?
Moose. It's Moose at Big House, man, and I'm taking a humongous Moose turn. It's time for.
Speaking of moose turns, Big Gates did bring that up.
Oh gosh, what he say? What
Give
he
me a
say?
minute. Go ahead, man. We'll get back to Big Gates in a moment.
All right. So listen, man. It is time for brews and reviews. You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
All right. So, Jeezy.
Well, that's Ron's job for last week.
excuse
It's
me.
not my last week. I just
Run,
been gone for
run.
1 day.
Run. What's brews and reviews? Go.
Brews and Reviews is the heavy hitters rating system, and it is a reverse rating system. So, the more brews that it takes you to get through something, the worse that it is. So, for example, 2 brews, pretty decent. 5, not so much. More than that, you probably shouldn't waste your time unless you just want to get hammered.
All right. Who has brews and reviews ready
Me.
to go?
What? You got
All right,
Ron?
go.
Okay, so I went and saw Incredibles 2 because I'm a child at heart, and
Hey,
I was
you're going too fast. Incredibles too.
Yeah.
I went and saw Incredibles 2 because I am a child at heart. And so I was really excited to see it. But I did put baby bottles of wine in my purse because I could, so I did.
Bottles or the juice pack?
The little baby bottles, the little twist top bottles. And so I only drank one during the theater, but mostly because the theater was packed and I felt kind of weird about it. So I'm not the most discreet person in the world. So anyway, the
Black
movie...
people do it all the time.
The movie was phenomenal, but the little short before the movie was so odd.
I wasn't high enough for that.
So
Oh, you saw
it was
which one?
Meaning you had
The,
a bad
the short before.
I
the
mean,
movie.
I wish I would have drank all 4 bottles during the short because
You saw
everyone
yeah.
in the theater is like watching it and we're all confused. And then so essentially it's this lady and she's making some sort of like dumpling.
She ate her kid.
Are you gonna like?
Spoiler alert, I'm gonna give it away.
You
and
can't
so
give it away.
It's only the short. We didn't pay to see the short.
All right,
they gave
go.
us the short for free.
Yeah.
All right, go.
So if you don't want to hear it, don't listen
All
for
right,
the next
go,
5 minutes.
go.
Cover
So
your
she's
ears.
making a little she's making dumplings, and so one of the dumplings starts
dumplings.
crying,
I love dumplings.
and then it's a baby, but it's still a dumpling, so it's a baby. So then this dumpling becomes her child, and it like,
I like
so
dumplings,
she grows up. Well, the dumpling grows up. It's this kid, right? And so the dumpling falls in love and is going to get married
To a
this
dumpling?
to this
Oh, no,
no,
she was
to a
hot.
human to
No,
a
she was
to
like
a
a
so it's like it's an
herbaceous.
Asian family, and so the baby dumpling, who's now like an adult, is going to get married to this blonde human lady.
Oh.
Michelle
And
Pfeiffer.
so the mom wants the baby dumpling to stay so badly that she eats him.
And that was it.
She eats the dumpling. So we're all in the theater. We're like, what?
It was juicy.
I mean,
that's
you
why.
could hear in the theater. Everybody was like,
Masochistic.
All the kids and everything, huh?
So then turns out it was never really a dumpling. It was actually a child, and so she didn't eat her child. And so then they make up and everything ends happily ever after. But it was so
But please
odd.
tell me there was an advertisement for like a save or
just a
freeze
short.
your embryo.
No,
clinic
it was
after
nope, just a
that.
short. It was very odd.
No.
And so if you're gonna go see Incredibles 2 and I just ruined the short for you, you can skip that part or you can be prepared because it's weird. It was very odd. Nobody saw it coming.
Weird AF.
It was very,
That
very,
is
very
AF.
strange.
Sure, weird.
I got a question. Did anybody see Superfly?
No.
Yeah,
I love it.
I have mixed emotions about that.
Okay, but I would give Incredibles 2 1 brew because that's all I drank while I was there.
I love dumplings too.
I'm gonna go a little.
I saw it coming, but I am an adult watching a children's movie, so I can't be mad about that.
I'm gonna go a little different with Incredibles 2. I did like the movie. It was entertaining. However, it started off so slowly that I really had to drink a little bit more to get through that first part. I did enjoy the movie, but I'm gonna give it 4 brews.
Whoa!
I enjoyed it, but it
You're
just
not as childish as me
it
at
just
heart.
started too slowly. And
Have you seen the first one?
Mama Incredible, yeah, she sounds old.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
one thing
She's
about.
hot though.
I'm gonna tell you about
She's
one
back in
thing about
spandex
Mama
in all the right
Incredible.
places.
Oh yeah, she's
She
thick
is
as a
one of the
brick.
thickest human beings I've.
Shawty got an ass so hard.
Oh, yeah.
I'ma put my hands on her. I'ma pop a rubber band on her.
man, she
Oh
is.
gosh.
Hey man, Mama Incredible is thick, dog. Especially when she put her little uniform on.
She got a dog.
Hey man, I was like, look at her thighs, man.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of a chubby. All right, so anyway, man.
So I got a small. I got
You have a small chubby?
a small bruising reviews for
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Luke Cage season 2
on Netflix.
on Netflix.
All right,
I'm on episode 6. Now I must say,
You are binge watching like a summer guy. I haven't seen one.
most the first 6 episodes are good. A lot of people criticizing it, saying that it's not good or it's slow or it's this. So what I try to explain to people is that it is a black crime movie. People tend to look at these Marvel things as all comic book. Everybody got lasers coming out of their hands.
Guess what? So
It's heavy dialogue.
So Black Panther did very well because black people went to see it.
Right.
And then the next movie, which was Infinity Wars,
Everybody.
did amazing because all the black people went to see it, and everybody else in like Marvel went to see it.
And,
See what I'm
and
saying?
just let me correct you. It's not about only black people. Even Asian feel themselves.
Oh, right.
This movie is
right,
for
all that.
everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
And so it's one of those
it's not only
things
about
where
black. Anyone
where I feel like when you have Luke Cage, unfortunately, not all of the Marvel universe is watching Luke Cage.
I think a large majority are watching. I think the criticism I saw from the movie was from black people saying that it wasn't,
Because we haven't seen Luke Cage in the movies.
right. And they think that all superhero movies are people flying around and in uniform, but that's not all. And I had to learn that all comic books aren't about. Yes, they got superpowers, but it's more dialogue driven, more story,
So what is
more.
Luke Cage if he doesn't fly? What
Look.
is he?
He's just a bulletproof brother.
Bulletproof.
So they're super strong too. So they had a couple of cheesy cameos. I will admit. You got Stephen A. in there all of a sudden. You got Jamel Hill, Michael Smith. I mean, you got some ESPN. Then you got the Jets coach Todd Boyles in there. So you got a couple of cameos. But overall, it's no different. It just the actual show is about family. It's about these different crime families and how the one family. If you remember the mother, Black Mariah, from the first season. Now the Jamaicans, who were the Stokes family was like high on the totem pole as far as black people, and so they made all the Jamaicans do their slave. Basically, Jamaicans were slaves to this family. So the Jamaican dude came back was like, no, I want her spot because you know what? She basically built all this on the back of my people, and I'm coming to take it back. That's the whole premise of the story. So you kind of get where they both come from because Mariah trying to go clean. She's trying to wash her hands of her family history and create this new beginning and basically saying, no, you know what? I'm out of the crime family. I'm out of the crime business. I'm going to make this deal. I'm going to get out of it, stop selling guns and prostitution, and get out. And then the Jamaican dude like, nah, you ain't getting off that easy. So then Luke Cage is kind of like in the middle. Like, do he help Mariah? So you know what I'm saying? So it's all about Harlem. So it's a good, it's a 3-tier story. And like I said, I'm only on episode 6, and I think it's amazing. Zero bruise for me. I'm
Zero bruise, man.
right now. Now I heard through people they told me the ending is kind of flat, but I haven't got there yet. So next week I have the finale.
You all right?
Cool.
You all right. Hey man, you know what? Hey, Moose is not a binge watcher, so it's gonna take me several weeks to get through it, but that's how it goes.
But
Hey, man.
it's a good show. It's definitely good, especially.
Hey man, hey, I tell you guys, man. Hey, I tell you what, man. The Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man, is on and popping. Yeah, go ahead. You got some more? You got some more bruising reviews?
Not unless the
No,
bruise
go-
reviews are only an
No,
AGZ.
you
No,
go ahead.
segment.
Go ahead.
Hey, listen, folks.
D-Lo G.
Yes, I got my own bruising reviews for a couple of albums that I'm really checking out and digging right now. Listen, if you haven't heard the DJ Jazzy Jeff album, M3, incredible piece of work, a lot of production work he did on that. He's got the MCs, Chicago native Rhyme Fest, and as well as a guy named Dane Jordan out of New York,
Nice.
handling most of the MCing on the album. It's very dope, very mature hip hop, and I know I listen to a lot of trap music, a lot of up tempo, ignorant music, Go music. But yo, when I'm chilling, that M3 album is one I go to. Also, along with that,
It's Moose. I'm getting that.
I'm checking that out. Yeah.
you definitely should. But if you're looking for a great R&B kind of neo soul, grown, mature, cool album, listen. There's this group called The Playlist featuring Glenn Lewis. Glenn Lewis had a hit in the late '90s. It went something like, "And don't you forget it, don't you forget your way home." Anyway, he's the lead singer on this particular project.
The Playlist.
Yeah, for The Playlist, man. The album is called Chasing Goosebumps. Very, very dope album from the melodies. They talk about some conscious issues. It's just very cool. You know, it's what hip hop, R&B should sound like in 2018, in my opinion. Definitely check them out. I give a 0 brew to both albums.
The real
Question to you.
Yes, sir.
We talked about it earlier. What do you promote? You know, responsible music. What do you promote?
Absolutely
you're a DJ
not.
From
Listen.
what I heard, right?
Listen.
It's my first time here. I'm sorry.
I
I
party.
say, what do you promote?
I party, so I play a
What's
lot
your
of
responsibility?
of
right?
ignorant music. I mean,
Hey man,
the thing about it is,
that's what he's playing.
that's exactly it. So if I'm just playing for my particular crowd or something I'm doing, then I can certainly change it and make the focus more about me. But if I'm playing a party, I've got to play to what the people want to hear. So a lot of parties I do, and this is from a multicultural standpoint. A lot of them want to hear old school 90s R&B, 90s hip hop. So I get to play a lot of that. But I play a lot of events for younger people, and so they do want to hear your turn up music, your trap music, your drug dealer music, your drug usage music, because it's got the party vibe, it's got the tempo, and unfortunately in today's society, most people are on some sort of vice. And so the music that I play when I'm paid for an event, I play to what they're expecting me to play.
Do you
for
see
them.
music?
radio
show. Do you see music just first as an entertainment or as a message that need to be flowing?
It
It's a
depends on
little
the
bit
platform.
of both. Yeah, for sure.
Let me ask you now. Speaking of '90s R&B and with hip hop, did you see the Big Daddy Kane freestyle on Flex?
No.
Do yourself a favor. I didn't know Big Daddy Kane brought it like this. I was too young when he was at his peak. If you get a chance, man, look up Big Daddy Kane freestyle on Funkmaster Flex on Hot 96.
I will check it out.
It is
And
serious.
Speaking of
And let me
Funkmaster
ask
Flex,
one thing.
he's in a
This is-
beef with Kid
this is
Capri right now.
Nobody's
New beer.
music.
Saw that.
Nobody's music here, but Paul McCartney just dropped a new album.
Hey, legend.
for my
Yeah,
husband.
Paul McCartney, he did a carpool karaoke, didn't he?
40 years later, he did.
I
yeah,
watched it
40
today.
I heard it was
I
pretty
watched
good.
it today.
I heard it was
40
good.
years.
I watched the
Legend-
karaoke things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
today.
I heard it was pretty good.
Legendary in the Beatles.
But there
and
is
he
two
just
things,
dropped a
right?
new album.
Let's say right now, right? After taking 3 bourbon or 4, getting this, do you think you're gonna care about the message, or you
No,
just
no.
wanna think about
Yes,
the,
we do.
the entertainment?
Everybody in the club
I'm
getting
just, I'm
tips.
just throwing it out.
Everybody getting
I want to know.
Everybody
Yes,
getting
right?
tips.
Everybody in the club
The
getting tips.
entertainment part and the messaging part and the conscience part.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what, though? We can.
It's a different set.
D-Lo.
I tell you what, man. On the podcast, we stay up on it. Even though there's bourbon, even though there's cigars, even though there's all the other stuff that happens, we still
Guys
care.
with balloons.
We still care and concerned about.
Give me 5.
everything
I'm with
everything
You know what-
that we talk
You know
about.
what's crazy?
Hey man,
Is we consume music
I
differently
like
now,
your
man.
response,
Because like,
you know, I
if you think
do.
about it,
You
when we
do.
was growing up, all the artists, and Dila could probably quote me if I'm wrong, but a lot of the artists would drop their albums towards the summer, so you have your summer hits.
Yep.
Nowadays, it's like they're not dropping full albums. They're doing a lot of 7, 5 tracks, 4
Yeah,
tracks.
you don't need a whole disc.
You don't need a
can
whole
drop
disc
single,
anymore, you know.
You can drop 2 or 3.
And that's why a lot of people are nervous, because Drake album Scorpion is supposed to be a double album. People are like, dude, when you start dropping double albums, you know, it's hard to have 24 good songs to come out of you know.
Well, that's why I think's revolutionary about McCartney. I'm not going to say it's everybody's favorite song, but this dude's been kicking it for 40 years.
Well, he been playing the hits. He been playing the hits.
Hey, so
I'm just saying, it's
D-Lo.
still relevant.
D-Lo, what is some of our scuttlebutt, man, from Instagram?
Yeah, man. My man Big Gates, man, going back and hitting a couple topics here. He says that you the one that said people should be sent back if they did some crime, Moose. So addressing you. And Run, he goes on to state that you are definitely not from this country either.
I am. I'm a Native American. Would he like to check my history DNA?
Yeah, we are going to need to see your official paperwork in order to prove your American citizenship.
Got it.
Who cares?
Also, he states the radio stations play what they're getting paid to play.
Exactly.
I will agree, but if the artists start changing their music, then the radio stations will be forced to adjust as
They'll
well.
have no choice.
But they still only pick 5 and shove it down your throat.
I mean, that's true.
Amen. Listen, Big Gates, you're absolutely right. Now we don't get paid to do what we do, so we play and say what we want. So please understand that, and we definitely appreciate you for listening all the time.
Absolutely, and Big Gates goes on to state, it's funny how Moose got mad for getting cut off, but he switched y'all's whole convo in the middle of y'all's
Yeah,
convo.
for sure. You know what? Hey,
Moose turn.
Hey, guess what? Guess what, Big Gates? I'm the host of the show, and I can make a moose turn anytime I'm ready to make a moose turn. So that's how it goes, big boy. Matter of fact, listen up. What time is it? No, look, that was a moose turn right there. All right.
Well, turn it back to Big Gates, man.
Yeah, go,
he wanted
go.
to provide his brew review. He said Tag is a good movie.
Yes.
I want to see
Two
that.
brews, and he also wanted to make the point that Superfly made $7 million in his first week.
Hey, man, you know what? I am sad that I did not see Superfly.
I'm not. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not, because it's almost like the timing was kind of off of that movie. Because you go from Black Panther, right, a movie about it wasn't about any drug. It was like the black movie that everybody wanted, so to speak, to like back to the black exploitation film. And I think a lot of black people went down for that, man. I think they saw right through it, man. The timing. Now, if it came out before Black Panther, I think it would have done better.
I agree.
Than coming out after Black Panther. And you seeing a lot of positive images of black people on screen to all of a sudden revert back.
You know what? I feel bad that I did not go.
Well, man, I think the box office says a lot of black people weren't falling for it, and they weren't going to support it. I'm
we
proud.
should have, and you
No,
know,
we shouldn't support stuff.
No. I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing is
You
this.
know,
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing is this. When I was a youngster, man, my mom, who was a professional college graduate, the whole deal, always hit me on to black exploitation movies. So I was aware of all of them growing up. And so now that they've made a remake of one, I should have been on it, only because to make sure that the people that made it made the money and and all the things that they are supposed to make. Because it's absolutely ridiculous that they have decided to make this movie and we didn't support it.
No, because we don't support the message, and the thing I think that it's time.
All the rappers should have supported it.
I think it's time that black people demand better roles and better things on screen, better representation.
It's not even about that.
It is about representation. Like
we do have representation.
no, we don't. No,
yes,
we don't.
we do. I mean,
no, we don't. You saw Black
Are
Panther.
you going to tell me Denzel and all those
Yeah.
guys are not doing
Yeah,
good
wait.
movies? Here's what I'm telling you. So the movie Superfly should have had all of us watching it because we know what it's about. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you. So all the other movies, Samuel L. Jackson movie, whatever, we definitely should be watching it. However, I'm gonna tell you right now, when Ice Cube comes up with a movie, we don't go the first weekend. We just don't. So let's not act like we're supporting all the black movies, because we're not. And so the biggest deal is because and this is Moose, folks. This is just Moose. I know it sounds like G's not arguing, but it's not that. I am a fan of black exploitation movies, so I wish that I would have the opportunity to go see it this weekend to give it the bite that it needed to give, and I wish that all the other black folks and the Africans, like the African Americans and the Africans in the United States would have watched it too.
See, I disagree,
support
man.
it.
the issue is for me, it's like,
You don't have the history to know what it's about.
yes, but my issue is just about always, let's not
Yell at
put
us.
ourselves in the way where we are the-
Yell at us. Yeah, yell at us.
no, where we are looking into the minority things, right? We are capable.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We are doing the same things that things
That's what
do
I'm
the
saying.
same thing.
When you
We
look
ain't
at-
not
don't
into all
want-
that.
when you look at
I
when you
don't
look
wanna
at
We're
put
talking about Super.
myself-
Hold on, one guy, guys.
I don't want to put myself in
Superfly.
like the minority
Hold on.
or
Hold on, one second.
the positive discrimination.
One
I'm
second, my
equal
man.
to anyone.
Oh, look,
and
look,
all
look,
the
he's
black
strong. There's
movies.
some more African shit going on. Here's the one thing. Here's what we gotta
It's
do.
not an African. You
No,
see,
no,
you,
no,
You
look.
start categorizing.
I wanted to get your attention. So
I-
no, I love you. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, I don't want to
get your attention.
categorize. I'm in
Here's
the
what
same,
happens.
same level
We
with
don't give
anyone
the
else.
love. We don't
You know,
give the love
I'm
they're
don't-
supposed to. Go.
Yes.
But we no the point that I was the point
I got nothing but love for you.
the point that I was trying to make is, for so many years, blacks only get roles of pimps, players, and hustlers. And every movie we go out and see,
That's
that's
just
all.
well.
That's all that you see. So when you have Black Panther come out to show us in a different light, with
We did that.
in a different light, people support it. Like, man, it's the first. That was the first movie really where you look at an all black cast, a predominantly
did that.
a predominantly black.
What's
cast.
next?
And then the very all black movie come out is us being pimps, players. We
You know, you know what
That's
thing?
silly, man. What you still love them? They making.
You know what?
These guys are working.
You know what thing? I was in
They're
a
working.
No.
I was in a movie theater, right?
Bullshit.
They were more white than black, man, right?
Yeah.
not in
And
Black
they-
Panther.
Yes, and they
Black
love
Panther.
it. They love it more than I do.
If it's
right?
black people in the movie, you support it, right?
No, I don't. I don't go see Best Man Hollywood. I don't see none of the movies.
Yes,
You know what? I feel like
I
we can do
just
better
don't
than
like
that.
that, yes.
We need to get better roles than that. So if you stop supporting it,
I got a question, real
And
quick.
it's
and
a
then
matter
I'm
of
be done.
opportunity.
I got a
if
question.
you got I got to
I
ask
got
a
a
question.
question. I got a question. Now I'm gonna let you answer, and I'm gonna be done. Jeezy, if somebody heard us and they wanted you and Tall Guys on Radio 7, right? And they wanted to pay you $100,000.
Is it a black exploitation film or is it
Did
about
you
black
hear
guys
what
on
I
radio?
said?
I'm listening to what you're
They
saying.
want to pay you $100,000. And maybe, you know what? Maybe it is a black exploitation. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm not in it because I'm not as tall as you. So I don't even get to be in it. We're on the same show, but I'm not in it because you're your height. And they're gonna bring somebody else in to play Moose. They're gonna bring somebody else in to play D-Lo, and they're gonna bring somebody else in to play Run. But they're gonna pay you $100,000 to be yourself with all new cast members to play. And all you gotta do is be yourself for.
Yeah, if I'm being me, I'm being
Hold
true.
on a second, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
And they're gonna pay you $100,000. Are you doing it?
To be myself, yeah. Why would I play myself?
Yes, you're gonna do it. And guess
No.
what?
To play
And guess
myself?
what? None of us are in it, and you're still gonna do it.
But
Right.
that's not what the Superfly is.
Are you gonna do it?
You asking
And
me?
guess what? Guess what?
You gotta let me answer the question. You can't.
No, you already said yes. I'm gonna do it, and guess what? I'm gonna watch it. And
But
guess
it's not
what?
a black
You know what?
exploitation film.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's a movie about a tall guy.
Pineapples?
It's a black guy doing radio. That ain't. I watched Talk to Me. Did you see Talk to Me?
Did they?
Did you see Talk to Me?
Did they add the people that are in the
That
movie
ain't
in
what
the
we arguing about. You changing the argument.
Wow.
The argument is I'm not going to support black exploitation films. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to watch a movie where only
I
with
had
a black guy always a pimp player hustler.
We say only. So all right. So only the guy that's 6'5" gets to be in the movie.
That's not a black exploitation film. Like
It's a tall exploitation film. It's a Jesus.
that's Uncle Drew movie. I'm going to see Uncle Drew. What are you talking about?
I'm so sad about it because here's what you said. Here's what you said, and don't get me wrong.
I said black exploitation.
I absolutely love you, but you're gonna do a movie that's based on the heavy hitters. It doesn't have any heavy hitters in it but you, and you're gonna take that money. And that's what you said. You said I'm gonna take this money. It's based on the heavy hitters, but I'm the only one that's gonna be in there.
That's
When you know that it wasn't you the only one that started. It was us. No. You said I'm doing
First
it.
of all,
hold on
first
one
of all,
second.
if they-
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Okay.
And you said yes, I'm doing it. And I said, what about the rest of it? Nah, man,
Well, first of all, if you seen,
ain't gonna do it.
you didn't see Tag, right? You didn't see. None of y'all saw. I saw Tag. Do you realize that they put Hanna-Barbera in the Tag movie, right? And
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
none of the guys in the movie, the original Tag people, were black. None of them was black in the movie. They would actually play the game Tag
It
in real
doesn't
life.
matter to me.
No, what I'm saying is none of the guys in real, all of them got paid. So the heavy hitters, they do a movie on the heavy hitters. Everybody gets paid because it's based off our story. So we get paid for our story. So everybody's getting paid for the rights to use our stuff in the movie. So everybody's getting paid. It don't matter that I'm in the movie or you in the movie or he in the movie. We all getting paid for our story. The same with those 10 guys from Tag. All of them got paid, even though Hanna-Barbera clearly was not one of the characters in the movie because he's black, and none of those guys black.
You said Hannibal.
Hannibal played one of the characters in Tag. He's a brother, the one that got Bill Cosby all jammed up, and
For sure.
the guys in the Tag movie.
We broke that, by the way.
Yeah, I know, right? So what I'm saying is, I'm not going to support black. I think that we're at a point now in this country where we have to demand better roles for ourselves. We have to demand better characters that's written for us. We show that we sell overseas. We shown that we can sell tickets by doing just good movies. You don't have to be the same cookie cutter. Let me have a black pimp or a black hustler in the movie. Now, don't get me wrong. It could be a gangster movie. It could be
you
like
know what? Guess
Sakari.
what? If we make it though, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's Moose. You know what? I love my mama, man. God rest her soul. But she introduced me to all that stuff. So if I had enough money to recreate something that I thought was cool back in my day, I might create one of them things.
So I
Guess
couldn't do it. I couldn't
guess
do
what?
it.
Guess what? I'm gonna ask you to be in the movie.
I couldn't do it.
So what? So I asked you to be in the movie.
I do think.
Are
at
you
the-
going to say
I
no?
do think at the end
Hold
of the
on,
day.
Hold on, one second. Are you going to say no because?
Depends on the road.
Are you going to say no?
Depends on the road.
That's amazing to me.
Depends on the
D-Lo,
road.
you gonna say no?
I do think at the end of the
Hell
day,
no, you're not going to say.
you just have to make a good product.
You're not going to say no.
Which is why
Right now,
It's
even
full of
about
shit.
R&B, he's a master of it, right?
Pineapples, but Jeezy's
Who buys those
doo-doo.
CDs? There is
You
more
said
white
pineapples, you
buying
can say
those
the real
CDs than
word.
blacks,
I'm not
right? You have to just make a good product.
Yeah, but also I think we're at a point now.
There is more
where
white
certain,
buying those CDs than
So
anyone
Moose,
else.
you want to play a
can
character?
get,
You
right?
want to play a character
It
that
doesn't matter.
somebody come in and say, "No, I don't want you to play a character." You go
categorize as a
around
black,
shooting your people in the
you
head
have
and
just
killing
to
your
make a
people.
good
You'll do that.
product.
You'll play that role. You'll take that
Right.
role in the movie. You say, "No,
Moose is
Moose
modern,
is the
right?
body man." So he go around all the projects and all the hood and just kill women and children. You'll play that role.
How much are they paying?
See what I'm saying?
Oh, what about the lawn jockey?
No,
role?
ask your question.
You'll be a long jockey in the movie.
I asked you a question. You didn't answer the question.
100,000.
How much are they paying me?
200,000 to be the long jockey in the movie.
200,000.
Yeah, to be a long jockey.
Oh man, guess what? I'm standing there.
I mean, they're not asking you to do it real
Hold
life.
on 1 second. Hold on.
I only want to see a black
Hold
exploitation
on 1
flick
second,
in
please.
2018.
Please,
Move, but you're
1
doing
second.
most of the talking. You
Yeah.
can't say, hold on one
Can I-
second.
can I-
You're
if
doing
it's a-
90% of the talking.
Can I talk?
If it's a parody like
Go ahead.
Black Dynamite, go ahead.
All right, so here's what I'm doing. They pay me $200,000
Be a lawn jockey.
to stand there and be a lawn jockey when
In blackface.
in the United States and blah blah blah. I'm already black, so I don't need to put blackface on.
No, they want you to be dark.
All right, so here's what happens.
The big
So,
red
so
lips.
guess what? I make the movie. I make my $200,000 for like I don't know 15 minutes, right? And then I'm on every show going, hey man, you know what? On every show, now that I have the platform, I'm saying, guess what? Here's what happened. I made this amount of money in this amount of seconds. I'm gonna break it down to seconds. I made this amount of money in this amount of seconds, and guess what, guys? You can do it too. And guess what? I love Black America. I love I love the.
I'm sorry, you would get killed for that.
You know what?
You
I'm
would
not.
get-
You know
Twitter
what?
will eat you alive.
You know what? You sound ridiculous.
You would get.
You sound ridiculous because I have heard so many songs about Little Yachty, Little Boat, Little this.
And I
little
don't listen to that. I don't listen. I
Yeah,
don't listen to that.
you know what?
I
Guess
don't.
what? You
I don't.
don't. However, Those guys are millionaires.
Move.
And I mean, oh my gosh, man!
I mean,
I tell you what, it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't
So is
matter.
it good?
But you know what? For
It's masculine.
for 15 minutes, yes. You know what? I'm gonna play a lawn jockey for 15 minutes. And I'm gonna make. I'm sorry. Did you say $200,000? I'll make $200,000.
Well, I mean, yeah, everybody got a price. I don't.
You're ridiculous.
I
Because
don't.
guess what?
There's a club here in Indianapolis that I have not been to in 7 years because I was denied entry.
You know what?
Merely because I'm. Because
You
I'm
are talking about $5. I'm talking about $200,000. Where I can now fund the shoe giveaway in Speedway, or I can fund
$200,000 ain't gonna get you a lot of shoes.
$200,000 will get you a ton of.
After taxes, you looking at about 90.
You come on, Jeezy, man. You know, and I
What
absolutely.
are you talking about?
I
Nobody pays for that.
90
absolutely.
is still 90 kids that didn't have shoes.
I absolutely
What I
love
needed
you,
was-
but it's
So
going.
you think away his whole check?
I
it's gonna-
love standing in between you two when you argue this much.
Especially
I
if they're
absolutely
gently
love
used shoes.
Yes, it's going to go a long
So
way.
you say you would give away your whole salary for that?
I don't
Yeah, I
need.
think so.
I don't need to give away my whole salary, Jeezy, man. Come on, man.
I'm not
You
doing
are-
a movie.
you are
I'm not
way
doing
smarter
the
than
movie. I'm not doing.
You
that.
are way smarter than
I'm not
this
doing that.
because you absolutely know that. You absolutely know that if I can make $200,000 in
I'm not doing
15 minutes,
I'm not doing
you're
it.
not going to do it.
I'm
you're
not doing it.
ignorant, then, brother. And I love
am.
you, but you're
I'm
ignorant.
not doing it. I'm not
You
doing
are
it, man.
ignorant if you're
I'm
not
a
going to make
man of principle. I have
$200,000.
principle, man. I have something. I have very.
You're a broke motherfucker.
Hey,
then, pardon
hey,
my
hey, I have principle.
pardon my
I'm a man.
pineapples. But you're not going to make $200,000 in 15
That's fine with me.
minutes.
That's fine. But no, guess what? I
tell
can
you
lay
what,
my head on my pillow
you do,
and feel
yeah.
good about myself.
And guess what? Me too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have $200,000. Matter of fact,
That's fine, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna get some money to me too.
That's fine. That's fine. But me personally,
For sure.
I am not.
Hey,
not
folks, man, it's
going to
Henry's
sell.
radio
I'm not
show.
going to sell out like that
It's
to
Henry's
do a
radio
movie
show.
to put my people in a bad light. I'm not doing it, dog. I'm just not.
It's the Heavy's radio show.
You
man.
gotta have. I have a line, and there's certain lines I won't cross, man. It's
I know,
principle.
man.
It's
I'm
principle.
leave that money on the table.
Leave it on the table, dog.
Hey
It's cool.
man, I gotta say, man.
Yeah.
Big Gates is coming for you tonight, man.
Mick? What'd he
Yeah,
say?
man. He said, "Moose, I love you like a big uncle, but you gotta let people talk, sir. They let you talk."
Fuck him. Hey,
Dilo,
Mick,
when you do the movie,
pineapple.
No.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not doing
You're
the
not-
movie.
you're not
doing
doing
the movie. We're not
Nah,
doing
man.
that,
That
man.
sounds crazy.
We got principle.
Do
man.
you have $200,000?
No, it
in
don't
the
matter.
bank
It don't
right
matter.
now?
No.
But the role isn't going to change.
The
So
role's not
if
going to change
do
you
the
or
role,
what you're doing.
I'm not
then
doing
you
it.
can do the PR and say what you want. And if someone
I'm not
else
doing it.
does the
That-
role,
that's
then
my
I'm not
point.
here for your
PR how they
entertainment. I'm
want.
here for my community.
That's what?
There you go. I'm not here for your entertainment, dog. I'm not doing
You
it.
don't want to take care of your
You
family?
I'm not
Yes,
doing
but I do that now.
I do that now.
I can make more money, but I don't think I have to.
You
sell
can't
out
make
or play
$200,000 in
specific
15
roles.
minutes.
Moves, we did a
No, I
charity. They
can't.
asked me to put a dress on. What did I say? I'm not wearing no dress.
You know what?
I'm not doing it. Oh, that's funny. No,
we
I asked
did
him
not. We did not make $200,000
I don't care.
from
I'm
that.
not. I'm not doing it, dude. Certain
think-
things.
And I didn't say put a dress on. I said put a suit on.
I'm
And
not
you're a
doing it,
lawn
dude.
jockey for-
I'm not
for-
doing it,
for
dog.
like 2
That's
seconds there
ridiculous.
fucking play.
That's ridiculous. I'm not doing it. Ask somebody. There's white lawn jockeys too. They can play that role. They can
That
do that.
sounds ridiculous.
I
to
kind
me,
of agree
dude.
with Jeezy.
There's white lawn jockeys.
Really?
He's very LGZ and Baku right now.
I'm not doing it, man.
Gosh,
I'm kind of on this one.
and I tell you what, folks.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not some militant.
No,
like that.
no.
It
I
ain't
tell you what,
about
let's-
that.
we
It's just
go in
certain
the show.
things.
We go in the
I
show
wouldn't.
because it's ridiculous. We go.
I wouldn't feel comfortable
Hey, so
doing
hey,
it.
folks, I tell you what's happening.
See, you would feel comfortable putting an outfit on, going, trying out there. You know what I'm saying? And you would feel comfortable doing that?
for $200,000 for
No.
5 minutes.
Come on,
Yes.
Moose. Come on, Moose. Come on, man. Come on, man.
We love our listeners and we love
I
each other.
have got to pay. You know what? I got children.
But
They
most-
gotta eat. They like to play baseball.
Are they eating now?
You know what? Guess what?
Are they eating now?
No. Guess what?
You know it
what? I
says
got
something.
college tuition I pay.
They ain't paying no college.
All they gotta do that.
$200 ain't doing that.
Yes, it is. Were you kidding me?
Moose, you do that now.
You sound ridiculous.
You provide for your family right now. So why you gotta go that extra mile?
Because guess what? I want to do some other stuff too.
Yeah, I'm not.
I want to
coon-
buy you a
I'm
hat
not-
on vacation.
I'm not cooning, man. I'm not cooning, man.
You sound
I'm not
ridiculous.
doing it.
You know, you know what?
I'm
I'm
not
gonna tell you
doing
right now. Fuck that and fuck you, because I ain't cooning. I ain't saying
What do you
that.
think it is?
If you're the law jockey,
You
come on.
cooning?
said
What do you
that.
think it is?
Hey man, man, fuck y'all. Pineapples, but fuck y'all.
Fuck pineapples.
It ain't, right. Fuck pineapples.
So for 200,000, you play Uncle Tom in the movie?
No,
Yes.
I did not say
You
that.
just-
Yes.
But guess
it's
what?
the same thing.
Guess what? I will do a lot of stuff for like 5 minutes for 200,000.
I'm not doing it, man. It's just my principle, man. I just can't.
You know what? You the man.
I can't
You
do it, dog.
I tell you what, Jesus, you the man.
Would you
man.
star in Brokeback Mountain 2 for $200,000
Definitely not doing
for
that.
5 minutes of French kissing?
I'm not kissing nobody. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not doing it like
I
that.
don't want to do that. No. You know what? And guess
Kissing
what?
is like
And
not
guess
that
what?
terrible in the
Kissing
grand
a man,
scheme of sexual
like,
things.
am I gonna kiss a man? No, I'm not. I'm not.
I ain't doing none of that.
Okay,
I'm not
so you
comfortable.
have your limits.
I do have
So
my
then you
limits.
have to respect Jesus' point of view then.
Oh
because
no.
there's a
Look,
spec-
please don't get me wrong. I do respect his limit, but are you telling me that I got to put a outfit on and stand there for 5 minutes and be on film for maybe 2 minutes and make $200,000 and I don't want to do it?
Well, you know,
Are
it
you
says
fucking
something.
kidding
I mean,
me?
but if you feel degraded as a
That
person, then it
role.
feels no different than you standing there for 5 minutes doing 15 takes with another man kissing him
It's way
for 2
different.
minutes of
You
screen
know what I
time.
mean?
It's the same thing because you're going to feel degraded and less than.
D-Lo, you
how
gonna
you
tell
particularly
me
feel.
standing alone is the same as kissing a man?
It's degrading is degrading, dog.
Looking at yourself in
Stop!
the mirror.
I got a question. I
It's
asked
still
you
the
yes
same
or no
regardless.
question.
It's degrading.
Is kissing a man the same as standing alone?
No. It's
Is
not.
kissing a man the same as standing alone?
No. Now ask me, is kissing a man the same as standing alone in a lawn jockey outfit?
While you dance.
Is it
and
the
sing.
same? Nobody said dance. Nobody said none of that.
Well, you think you're just going to stand there in the lawn jockey suit for 5 minutes
yeah,
and not
because-
dance or sing and make $200,000?
That's what he did. He stood there.
I'm not putting an outfit on, man. I'm cool, man.
It's
I'm
lovely.
cool. You're finna see me saying,
Hey,
"Hey,
and I tell you what, man. There's a lot of folks.
Shuck and jive. No, man, I'm cool on that.
There
Step
is-
and fetch.
Once again,
Cool.
there is no shuck and jive. There is no step and fetch. That's not happening. That's not happening at all.
I mean, but
You're
if they
standing
want to
there.
pay you this $200,000,
you are standing
Whatever
there.
the role calls for, it calls for.
That's
You
it.
are standing there. If you guys said long jockey, and guess what a long jockey does?
stands there.
He stands there.
Not for this $200,000 in this movie.
He stands there.
Not
There's
for
no
this
dancing.
$200,000.
You know what? Now all of a sudden,
No,
you guys
I'm
gotta
just
add
saying.
to it.
Even if
Add
it's that,
to it,
I'm
add to it,
not
to it.
wearing
That's
it. I'm not
ridiculous.
putting an outfit on.
I mean,
for
because
one
you
take.
put the
That's
man
ridiculous.
down because he turned down the role for the money, whereas you looked at it
You're
based
standing
on
there.
how much you're going to make per second.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. If I gotta stand there and I'm in the movie for 30 seconds, I make 200,000. I'm making it, and I'm just standing.
So you might as well
there.
kiss a man for 30 seconds.
Exactly.
The same thing.
Exactly.
That sounds ridiculous.
Same thing. It's
And-
30 seconds, 20,000 and 30
folks-
seconds is the same both ways.
And
Exactly.
guess
It
what,
breaks down the
folks?
exact
Guess what,
same way.
folks? It's unfortunate these gentlemen would think that kissing a man on video is the same as standing there.
In a long jockey outfit.
That's ridiculous. And folks, I mean, I
They're
hope.
both degrading.
They're both degrading.
No, it's not. It's not the same. I'm not putting my lips on another man, but you guys are saying you will put your lips on another
I'm not-
man.
I'm
That's
not.
exactly what you
We
said.
opted out of the first
We're
one.
out of the first one too. I'm not doing that one either. I'm not doing none of them.
There are certain standards, man. We got standards and limits, man.
Yeah, it's just certain things I won't do,
Y'all
man.
sound ridiculous.
No, it's not. It's just like I said.
Anyway,
there's a club
hey,
here
man,
in town that I ain't been to in 6 years because they denied one of my friends entry merely because he was black. And I was like, no, what? I'm not finna beg you to give you money to go into your spot.
We talking about what we talking about?
But I'm
$10?
saying I have principles.
$10?
But it don't matter, man. It's
$10,
a
man.
fact that
So-
too many times
Yes.
us as black
No,
we
Jesus.
break our necks to get into places where we ain't want it. So stop going. I go where I want it.
Jeezy,
period.
you know what? Don't give somebody $10 to go in their joint.
I
get
don't.
that.
I don't.
Take $200,000 for standing there.
Because no,
for
there's
2 minutes.
some
Big Gates
kids.
Big Gates stands with Jeezy.
What do you say?
He says I'm with Jeezy on this one,
Yeah.
and he does clarify that is Coonan Moose. Are you willing to?
Fuck Big Gates.
Dude, the thing is, Moose. So there's some when you,
I love you,
Moose,
pineapples, but fuck you.
when you get your message, there's some kids that say, "No, what? It's okay. It's okay for me to go ahead and go out there and be a pixie dancer." Because Moose said, "No, for 200,000, hey, he did it. Why can't I go do it? So now,
what'd you say? A pixie nest?
the Coonan, whatever Coonan, whatever the stepping fastest, because you said it's okay because I made $20,000 for 15 minutes.
Nobody
you
said
giving a
step
message.
and fetch it.
But what I'm saying is, when people watch you,
I
saying,
was
hey,
very
clear.
I was
No.
very clear.
Yes, you was.
You stand there for
Right.
2 minutes and you make 200,000.
Everybody's got a price for the
and
$1 million
then you said, then what I do is I go on my promotion tour and say, hey, I made this amount of money for wearing this outfit
For
for this
standing
amount-
there.
For standing there. So there's some kids like,
and
you know what?
here's how I feel about
And
it.
then some kid like, you know what? Moves did that for $200,000. They offered me $200,000 to play this role.
No.
If he did it, I'm gonna do
No.
it. So now all of a sudden everybody's doing these black
Hey,
degrading roles
I got a question, Jeezy.
because Moose said it's all
I
right.
got a question.
Mhm.
Do you feel like I would, if I'm on a promotional tour, would Moose explain what the person was and why it happened and what it was all about?
Yeah,
Do you think that I would explain?
I think you would. But
Okay, so if I'm explaining it, is there any gonna be? Is anybody's gonna be what you guys call cooning to explain that?
Was it a man or a woman? Well, fuck
What's he
podcast Patty.
well,
We're too loud. Someone from the apartments across the street is calling and saying that we're too loud and their windows are closed and they can still hear us.
Oh wow!
Guess what? You can also listen to us on Spreaker.com.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's good. Nice. Hey folks, man, it's Heavyweight Radio Show, man. We had an outstanding show. It's how you guys feel. I'm sure some of y'all voted for Trump, and you're definitely okay with grabbing coochies, and some of you are okay with immigration. But however, man, the families are getting separated. Some of you are okay with big business, but when big business happens, they move it to other countries to make more money. So guess what? All of us are in some sort of situation. So hey, I tell you what, Big Gates, man, I know you love us, you listen to our show quite a bit. But if you had the opportunity to ship your business to Mexico and make $2 per hour instead of $15 per hour, you for sure would do it. And then what do we call you at that point? All right? So that's where we at, man. You know what? It's all about how we feel. And you know what? If I need to take care of my family, that's what I'm going to do.
but how much you need to take care of your family is the question.
And-
How much is enough?
And is that the only time you can do that?
And
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I need to do to take care of my family.
So
and hopefully, everybody else is going to do what they do.
So let me ask you. So let's say you got a major corporation, and to employ your people, you got to pay them $15 an hour, and the product that you make, it costs you $15 an hour to make that product. But you know what? You still making millions of dollars a year. You still living good. But then somebody else comes to you and say, hey, we can get you to Mexico, and you got to fire your people. Well, you can hire these same people for $5
It
an hour.
happens all the time.
So what if we get budgeting?
We already talked about that. That's
What if we get
happens.
budgeting for an independent radio movie? Can we count you in for a Big Mama Moose house?
What is that?
Big Mama
I don't know
Moose's
what
house.
that is.
You got what address?
Instead of Big Mama's house.
Say
Big
what?
Mama Moose's house.
What do I have to do?
You got what address? You got to be
You
Grandma
gotta
Moose.
wear the dress.
You
You
gotta
gotta
be
wear
Grandma
the wig. You gotta be extra effeminate.
You got to be Grandma Moose, dog.
Big Mama Moose's house.
To make independent radio go further. Who knows? Who you know what? Who knows? Who knows? Because guess what?
We found where
Because
he at.
you two are not quitting if I put the dress on. Are you guys going to quit?
No, 'cause I'm not wearing the
Are you
dress.
guys going to quit?
I'm not wearing the dress, so it's fine with me.
My question is, if I put the dress on, do you guys quit?
No, because you wearing the
Probably
dress, not me.
I got
Probably
a
not.
question. If I put the dress
No,
on, do you
the
guys
one
quit?
It ain't me wearing the dress, it's you.
Exactly. So, you know what? I'll put the dress on if you guys quit, and then I'll just make all the money.
No, because you said you
Yeah, right. No, I ain't
See,
quitting.
they asked Jesus what
No,
the
you
dress
know
was
what?
making
No,
the movie.
look. You're like, no, you know what? No.
Movie not getting made.
Listen. As long as you give your life to it, Moose, I'm in. But I'm not giving my life to it.
No, I'm not. But we figured it out that
That's where we are.
your principles are flexible than mine. I'm not.
No, it's not about my principles. As long as you give your life to it, Moose, and I can make money, I'm in.
I'm in.
But I'm not giving my life to it so we can all make
No,
money.
I'm not wearing a dress for it.
Did you hear me? And once again, I'll say it. If you give your life moves to the movement, I'm in. But I'm not giving my life to the
I'm
movement.
apologize right now, man. If
So,
between
that's what we
us
are.
making it and me wearing a dress, we're gonna be in sticks. If we choose that.
That's where we are.
Be on the lookout, folks, for Big Mama Moose's House 1 and 2.
I'm sorry. I apologize to both y'all, brothers.
It's hilarious.
If it depends on me wearing a dress,
It's hilarious to me.
hey, I'm
but-
sorry, man. I've been happy
It's
here before
hilarious to me,
you.
but you know what? If all of us can make $5 million because I make a movie and I'm like dressed like Medea,
That's
then
cool.
guess what? I probably do it. I ain't gay. I ain't
I'm in.
selling out.
I'll be one of the
I ain't doing none of that. No, y'all ain't even that. Matter of fact, y'all ain't making none of the money. I got new cats doing it. Cause y'all ain't down.
But we'll still be on independent radio, folks.
Nope, I'm shutting that down too.
Right.
All that shit, that's on my cards. All that shut down. All that shut down. Folks, in the Heavy's radio show, man, it sounds like we might not be long. You know, if somebody gives us
Unless you got a movie deal in the
it
dress.
sounds like somebody gives us a deal, we out. I'm out. I guess they out. I don't know what's going to happen.
Jeezy ain't wearing the dress.
Hey, man, hey, Heavy's radio show, man. Miss Moose, Eke Big House, man, the star of the show, man, the one, the only LGZ and Baku. Man, we got DJ Long
Long Green.
Yeah.
we got the one, the only female of the show, man.
So it's time for me to be here.
Run.
I enjoy it. I love it.
C.
Man, we had Africa.
Where you from? Senegal?
He's
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Senegal.
Senegal Joe.
We had some at City.
So Samoa Joe, we got Senegal Joe. in the
Yeah, we
building.
had City, and then we had also
Fancy
Nancy.
Hey, remember, we are. So get comfortable.
And come on in.
Wait a second. Before we get out of here, folks,
Yeah.
I definitely just want to say one thing. I want to give a shout out to Connor Wallbridge, Adam Cohen. Listen, we look for a couple of local comedians here in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
We look forward to building with those guys and bringing some great content from them to the Independent Radio Network.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.
Your mouth.